especially the way it's been going lately.
Yep.
Coom, thank you. The roof is closed tonight here in Toronto. The lights are on. Sponsored by AARP. Choose how you age with AARP. Coming up, Nico Horner next on The Score and the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
This is your home for every pitch of Cubs baseball. We are the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Want to rethink what's possible? How about being an investor? Not just in your future, but in the future. Well, it all starts with Invesco QQQ. For more than 25 years, this single ETF has given investors a direct line to the NASDAQ 100. That's 100 leading innovators behind advances in personal tech, science, and robotics, just to name a few. And you can access it all with Invesco QQQ. Let's rethink possibility. Invesco QQQ is the proud ETF partner of the Chicago Cubs.
There are risks when investing in ETFs, including possible loss of money. ETFs risks are similar to those of stocks. Investments in the tech sector are subject to greater risk and more volatility than more diversified investments. The NASDAQ 100 Index comprises the 100 largest non-financial companies on the NASDAQ. You can't invest directly into an index. Before investing, consider the fund's investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses. Visit Invesco.com for a prospectus containing this information. Read it carefully before investing. Invesco is not affiliated with the Chicago Cubs. Invesco Distributors, Inc.
Future You is using their rapid rewards for their next vacation. All thanks to present you signing up with Southwest Airlines, where you earn points every time you fly. Because what's the point of points that future you can't use? And since your rapid rewards points don't expire, you can save up for that big trip. Get ready to reward future you with a future flight. Sign up for Rapid Rewards today and redeem your points on any seat, any day, anytime. Only at Southwest. All Rapid Rewards rules and regulations apply and can be found at southwest.com/RR terms.
Coom here. Let me tell you one of the things I really like about Yuengling. They brew a beer for everyone's taste. From their traditional lager to light lager, flight, golden pilsner, and even a black and tan. There's something for every kind of beer drinker. So whether you're firing up the grill, watching a game, or at the golf course, there's a Yuengling that fits the moment. Take a look at the lineup next time you're out. You might just find a new favorite. Yuengling, the oldest brewery in America, official beer of the Cubs Radio Network, DG Yuengling & Sons, Pottsville, Pennsylvania.
Tag team bits and sockets with a Bosch 18-volt 2-in-1 impact driver. The more you Bosch, the more you feel like a Bosch.
Spiegel and Holmes talk Cubs baseball and Chicago sports every weekday from 2 to 6 on 670 The Score and the Odyssey app. Cubs in Toronto. This is the Cubs Radio pregame show driven by your Chicagoland and Northwest Indiana Buick and GMC dealers. It is time now for the Inside Pitch, sponsored by Gilkey Windows. Upgrade your home today. Visit Gilkey.com. We say hello to Score Baseball insider Bruce Levine.
To think that players are unaware of what an opponent is doing would be naive for the most hardened old-school baseball man. While the Brewers continue to set records for games won and win streaks, Cubs second baseman Nico Horner says it's beyond the Cubs' control to worry about Milwaukee.
We're not playing the quality of baseball in the last couple of weeks that we know we're capable of, and that's what we need to do if we want to win the division, go to the playoffs, and ultimately win the World Series, which is what this is all about.
Horner, a contributor to the Score's Spiegel and Holmes show, tells you a team philosophy.
Diving into the team side of it more than ever, I think it's what's helped me out the most when I've struggled. And I think as a group, especially this time of year, it's just a great thing to dive into the opportunity we have as a group and realizing that most of our best individual performances this year has been, a product of all of us. Playing well.
Zach, no panic in the Cubs clubhouse, but plenty of work going on with players and coaches right now behind the scenes.
Nico hitting .289 on the year. Bruce, thanks. The Cubs take on the Pirates in a 3-game series starting this Friday, August 15th. Be here for it. Get your tickets at Cubs.com/tickets. Coming up, pitching progress next on The Score and the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Hall of Famer Pat Hughes and Ron Coomer bring you all the action on the Chicago Cubs Radio Network.
Join Great Lakes Credit Union's mission of banking for a greater good. As a nonprofit financial institution, Great Lakes Credit Union invests in local communities while offering the services of big banks. Learn more at glcu.org. Federally insured by NCUA Equal Housing Lender. Step up to the plate like a pro with the world's largest sports book at your fingertips. Circa Sports Illinois. It's sports betting the way it should be, with high app limits, low holds, exceptional customer service, and more. Whether you're betting with the home team or scouting the next big matchup, take your swing with the Circa Sports app. Start betting like a pro from anywhere, anytime in Illinois. Download your new bookie today at circasports.com. That's circasports.com. Hey, Cubs fans, do you have a plumbing emergency at your home or business? Call the All-Stars at Plumbers 911. Available 24/7 at 1-833-PLUM-911. Licensed, highly trained plumbing professionals ready to answer your call. Call today, 1-833-PLUM-911.
By texting 64,000, you agree to receive recurring automated marketing messages from IQ Bar. Message and data rates may apply. No purchase required. Terms apply. Available at eatiqbar.com/policy/terms of service.
I've got good news and bad news. Here's the bad news. Most protein bars are packed with sugar and unpronounceable ingredients. The good news? There's a better option. I'm Will, and I created IQ Bar plant protein bars to empower doers like you with clean, delicious, low-sugar brain and body fuel. IQ bars are packed with 12 grams of protein, brain nutrients like magnesium and lion's mane, and zero weird stuff. And right now, you can get 20% off all IQ Bar products, plus free shipping. Try our delicious IQ Bar sampler pack with 7 plant protein bars, 4 hydration mixes, and 4 enhanced coffee sticks.
Pools, patio sets, and more. The clearance event, only at American Sale. Bring the fun home.
All Cubs triples and saves are sponsored by Great Lakes Credit Union, Chicago's credit union. Join GLCU's mission of banking for a greater good at glcu.org. Cubs in Toronto. This is the Cubs Radio pregame show, driven by your Chicagoland and Northwest Indiana Buick and GMC dealers. Time now to check on who's hot and cold, sponsored by Plumbers 911. Plumbing emergency, call the professionals. Available 24/7 at 1-833-PLUM-911. Dansby Swanson's hitting .360 over his last 7 games with 2 home runs. The cold, Pete Crow Armstrong, 2 for 25 over his last 7. No home runs, no RBIs, no walks, 7 strikeouts. The injury report is sponsored by Illinois Bone and... dealers. In our Cubs conversation, I asked veteran outfielder Ian Happ to give us his perspective on what's happened to the Cubs lately.
The last couple of weeks, we've struggled to score runs, but overall, we're in a good position. And I think you have to look at the whole picture. I know that in the last 3-4 weeks, it hasn't been exactly what we wanted, but teams are going to go through those stretches, and we got to be resilient enough to come out of the other side of it.
You've been through it before. What works when you're trying to work your way out of it?
Yeah, I think focusing on one day at a time. I think you're always looking for or you can get in a spot where you're looking for this flip or this silver bullet or something that's going to change the way things are going, and it's a dangerous place to be. And so just being super focused on the day in, day out. And what you can control. And you can't control what other teams are doing. You can't control what's happening around the league. We can control the way that we go about our business day in, day out.
So let's get specific about those things for you. What do you try to do to get yourself on track?
Yeah, preparation. I think your routine, and making sure that that's dialed in, making sure that you're doing the things that you believe are going to get you ready for the game, preparation on the pitcher and the team you're playing, and then going out and executing and having really good quality at bats, and then letting the results be what they may. But you can only focus on your process and the way that you're going about that, and I think we got a group of guys that's good at that. We got a group of guys that's focused on doing what they can and controlling their controllables, and there's a lot of cliches in there, but it's the truest form of how you get through 162.
Is it hard when you consider what Milwaukee's doing? Obviously, you can't control that, but it seems like every time you lose a game, you're losing ground.
100%. I think that's, whether it's the, what they're doing or the media that surrounds and puts more pressure on what we're doing because of what they're doing. And I think that's all real. And I think, when if we were, playing the same brand of baseball that we're playing right now, but we were still in the hunt or had a lead in the division, it would be a different story, right? And so losing ground every day is a challenging place to be. And so for this group, you really have to be able to remove that as much as you possibly can and focus on us playing baseball today.
You've talked about the mental side of it. How do you loosen up? I know that sounds like a crazy question to ask, but what do you guys do for fun to relax, to be able to get back?
Yeah, that's the hardest part about playing every day, is there's pressure on you every day, and there's there's something coming for you every day. And I think Joe had one of the best sayings, let the pleasure outweigh the pressure. There's some version of that. And that's the truth. You got to enjoy this. You got to enjoy playing with this group of guys. Enjoy the talent and kind of the skill set that we have in this room. We've shown that we can do it. We've shown that we can go on runs, and we've shown that we can be dominant as a team. And so, getting back to that place and really believing that it's there.
As a team, are you surprised? Because I think this is the third consecutive year where the Cubs have gone through this team-wide prolonged slump. Is that rare? How would you describe it?
I don't know. I think, you'd have to look around the league and see if that's something that other teams are going through, I guess. We've definitely felt it in the last few years, different points in the season and having tough stretches. And I think that's just part of the game. Or that's what I'm chalking it up to, at least.
31. Happy birthday, by the way.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, Ian Happ turning 31 yesterday, so a belated happy birthday to the Cubs left fielder. The Cubs strongly encourage the use of all public transport.
Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
I love a day on the water with friends, but my moderate to severe plaque psoriasis sometimes holds me back. Now I'm all in with clearer skin thanks to Skyrizi. Risankizumab Riza, a prescription-only 150 milligram injection for adults who are candidates for systemic or phototherapy.
Teaching music is my passion, but my active psoriatic arthritis can limit me at times. Now I'm treating my joint symptoms with Skyrizi.
With Skyrizi, most people with plaque psoriasis saw 90% clearer skin at 4 months.
Or if you are an adult with active psoriatic arthritis, Skyrizi helps you move with less joint pain, stiffness, swelling, and fatigue.
Don't use if allergic to Skyrizi. Serious allergic reactions, increased infections, or lower ability to fight them may occur. Before treatment, get checked for infections and tuberculosis. Tell your doctor about any flu-like symptoms or vaccines.
There's nothing like clearer skin.
There's nothing like better movement, and that means everything. Ask your doctor about Skyrizi. Visit Skyrizi.com or call 1-866-SKY-RIZZI to learn more.
Let's play ball with Tito's. During today's game, if the Northsiders pitchers strike out 9 players, Tito's Handmade Vodka will donate $100 to Anti-Cruelty Chicago.
Cubs Blue Jays in Toronto. This is the Cubs Radio pregame show driven by your Chicagoland and Northwest Indiana Buick and GMC dealers. In our manager show, which is sponsored by the Village of New Lenox, leading the way in residential and economic development, Craig Counsel expanded on the growth that he's seen from tonight's starter, Cade Horton.
I think Cade just kind of continues to take feedback from his starts and try to get a little bit better and try to take into the next start. And I think he's done a really good job with it. That's kind of part of this, is just getting whatever feedback that the game provides you, watching the game as his teammates are pitching, and just try to do something to make yourself a little bit more successful. He's done all that really, really well.
Pete was saying last night part of the struggle is just being a major league hitter and knowing that that's what comes with it. How do you help manage that, just knowing that this is part of the journey and that there are going to be tough times for everyone.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's kind of what makes our game great, is that, you can have these great moments and it feels like they're never going to end, and then you can have these bad moments too and they feel like they're never going to end, but they're all part of being a major league hitter, because there's a guy on the other side that's on the other side of it, right? He's trying to get you out, and he wants those moments too. So you go through them, and what's and you trust your guys to go out and do that every day.
Jamison Tyone, 84 pitches today at AAA. What's kind of the plan for him now going forward?
Yeah, he will rejoin us, and he will make a start. His next start will be against the Brewers. So it was a good outing for him today. Got into the 6th inning, stretched him out, so he's ready to go.
So encouraging news from Craig Counsel regarding injured starter Jamison Tyone trying to work his way back from a calf strain. Tyone will start one of the games for the Cubs next week. They've got a 5-game series at Wrigley Field against first-place Milwaukee. When we come back, the baseball board next on The Score and the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Join us for some Cubs talk every morning. Mully and Haw, mornings 5:30 to 10 on The Score.
Sliding into second, smart play. Sliding through a red light, not so much. With Atturo tires, get the grip and stopping power you need when it matters most. Stay in control. Stay safe. Visit Atturo.com today.
Welcome to Old National Bank.
Hi, I was wondering what you could do for my small business.
Tons. Have time to talk?
Not much. We're in a 30-second radio ad.
Oh, I'll get straight to the point then. Our solutions are customized for small businesses. Our services make financial management simple, and our pricing is always transparent.
Outstanding. Wow.
Yeah. So, ever been in an ad before?
Nope. How do I look?
Good. But we're on the radio, remember?
Right. Hi, Mom.
Customized small business banking from Old National Bank. Member FDIC. Get old.
Hey, Chicago, if your commercial business needs a new roof or you have persistent leaks, call a local 11 roofing and waterproofing contractor whose service technicians have all gone through a 5-year apprenticeship training program. Knock the ball out of the park. Visit us at ChicagoRoofingContractors.org.
If you're 55 or older and into that whole saving money thing, T-Mobile has an exclusive phone and internet bundle just for you. Right now, get 2 unlimited phone lines plus 5G home internet for just $30 each per month with autopay, plus taxes and fees. And with 5G home internet, setup is easy with just 1 cord and no technician needed, which is great if you're also into that whole keeping it simple thing. Switch now and experience the best mobile network in the U.S. Visit your local store to start saving. T-Mobile, it's better over here.
Based on analysis by Ookla Speed Test Intelligence data Q4 2024 to Q1 2025. Ookla trademarks used under license. Unlimited on our network. Customers on voice plan may notice speeds lower than other customers and further reduction if using more than 50 gigs a month due to data prioritization. Video streams and SD on this plan. Home internet pricing after $20 a monthly bill credit plus $5 per line without autopay. Debit or bank account required. See 5G device coverage and access details at T-Mobile.com.
BC Bank, building business, growing wealth since 1868. Proud to be the official bank of the Fighting Illini. Member FDIC.
Cubs in Toronto, the middle game of a 3-game set. It's raining outside, so the roof closed tonight. Who Are You Banking On is sponsored by Busey Bank, building business, growing wealth since 1868. It's time for Kyle Tucker to turn it up. He's got 1 home run since July 1st, but he's a lifetime .444 hitter against Kevin Gausman, so I'm banking on Tucker to reemerge tonight. Let's get to the pitching matchup, sponsored by Ziegler Subaru of Kenosha. Enjoy the laid-back experience of Ziegler Subaru of Kenosha. Right-hander Cade Horton going for the Cubs. 6-3 with a 3.18 ERA. He has not allowed a run in 4 straight starts, going 5 2/3 last week against Cincinnati in a victory over the Reds. 2 hits, no walks, 6 strikeouts in that game. Kevin Gausman is a veteran right-hander, 8-8 with a 3.85 ERA. He beat Colorado last week at Coors, giving up just 1 earned run in 7 innings of work, 3 hits. He struck out 8 in that game. Let's go around baseball, sponsored by Great Clips. It's going to be great. Milwaukee wins again, make it 12 in a row as the Brewers beat the Pirates 12-5. Christian Yelich had 2 hits and 3 runs. So as the Cubs start play tonight, they're 8 back in the National League Central. from first place Milwaukee. Meantime, the Padres, an 11-1 drubbing of the Giants, so the Padres now lead the National League West, and that means the Cubs are tied with the Dodgers for the top wildcard spot in the National League. Now let's pause as we get set for the playing of the anthems here in Toronto prior to Game 2 of the Cubs and Blue Jays here at Rogers Center.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave? Oh, Canada, our home and native land, true patriot love in all of us command. With glowing hearts we see thee rise, the true North, strong and free. From far and wide, oh Canada, we stand on guard for thee. God.
Boomer is the dog. Doesn't he look good? I just followed his picture all the way, and there he is. Boomer's dad.
That was kind of a change from the everyday thing that we normally do as far as baseball cards are concerned.
Hey, I have a Labrador. Where's my card?
You know, a little bit different, and it turned out to be a fun experience.
It was just when the camera crew tried to leave that there was a problem. You can't leave.
This is going to be one of those games that you're going to have to fight the elements. Wow!
And I don't think that'll be the last bat toss we see tonight.
I would imagine not. As he slid behind Neto, took out his legs, but Neto held onto the ball.
And check out what our cameras caught. That's right. Smacking himself in the face when he really likes to pump himself up and make himself angry.
Oh, he used the hat. That's pretty nice.
Yeah, take a bow. All right, absolutely.
Download the Bet365 app and get your $150 in bonus bets today.
And see why it's never ordinary at Bet365. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. 21 plus only. Must be physically located in Illinois. Jesus supply in app only.
The Chef IQ Sense is a wireless cooking thermometer everyone should have. It eliminates under or overcooking your chicken, fish, or meat to achieve perfection. Order one now on ChefIQ.com. That's ChefIQ.com.
Cubs fans, Pat Hughes here. Join Ron Coomer, Zach Zaidman, and me for every Cubs game on 670 The Score and the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
He drives one in the air, deep left center. Back goes Cruz. It's got a chance. Gone.
Home run, Dansby Swanson. High fly ball, deep right field. This ball's got a chance. It is gone for a home run. And if you live in the Chicago area, also on the free Odyssey app.
This Odyssey Sports broadcast is brought to you by Geico. Switch and save. Get more with Geico.
And now, Odyssey and 670 The Score bring you Chicago Cubs baseball on the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Hey, Chicago, this is Ian Happ.
Base hit into right. Cubs win the ball game. Ian Happ, a game-winning single.
Hey, it's Nico Horner.
Diving backhand stop by Horner, throws to first to get it. Sensational play.
Hey, it's Kyle Tucker.
Kyle drives one in the air to right field. That ball is gone. It's a 3-run homer.
This is what you came here for. Cubs game on the Score.
Chicago Cubs baseball is presented to you in part by Benny's Beverage Depot, Nissan, Benjamin Moore, Hefty Trash Bags, Arturo Tire, James Hardy Building Products, Sea Glass Wine, Volvo, Sloan, Xfinity, It's Not a Game, Illinois.com, your Chicago and Northwest Indiana Hyundai dealers, and Yingling, the oldest brewery in America. And now here's the Hall of Famer, Pat Hughes, and All-Star Ron Coomer with all the exciting play-by-play action of Chicago Cubs baseball.
Chicago Cubs baseball is on the air from the Rogers Center in Toronto, Ontario, Canada. It's Game 2 of this 3-game series between the Chicago Cubs and the Toronto Blue Jays. Good evening, everybody. Along with former Cub and All-Star Ron Coomer, it's Pat Hughes reporting. Zach Zaidman working alongside. Cubs will try to...
What is something that you snack on that you don't worry about?
I love Uncrustables. I could eat like 10 of them in one sitting.
And no regard for his body? I don't even wait till I thaw out.
Hey, put them in a toaster next time. Just toast it, yep. It'll change your life.
Yeah, just an incredible play by Riley Green. You're an all-star on the field and off, bro.
I appreciate it.
Hey,
thank you.
Riley Green, bro, food genius.
Joey Loperfido in left field, Ernie Clement batting 8th and playing third base, and Andres Jimenez batting 9th and playing second base for Toronto. The umpires have arrived. They are having the daily exchange of the lineup cards and a brief discussion of ground rules, and that means we are just about set for baseball. The Cubs are up in Toronto. Back to get this one underway right after this on The Score and the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Cubs fans, Pete Crow Armstrong here. Pat and Ron call every game on the Chicago Cubs Radio Network.
A condition threatening who you are. At Loyola Medicine, our nationally ranked neurology team maps every move to protect speech, mobility, and identity. Because saving lives also means preserving what makes you, you. At Loyola Medicine, tough is what we do and who we are. Visit loyolamedicine.org/tough.
Toyota's national sales event is on. Visit your local Toyota dealer and discover which Toyota is right for you. Hurry in now before it all ends. Toyota, let's go places.
It's game time. Time to crack open a Yuengling. After 196 years, the wait is over. Yuengling is finally available here in Illinois. Look for it That's your favorite bar or store, Yuengling, the oldest brewery in America. And today, Cubs, it's been kind of like Groundhog Day the last, week or so. The offense has had its struggles, and, you're just looking for a couple big swings of the bat to get the team back on track and then hopefully take off here, partner.
Ron, that sounds like a good game plan as the Blue Jays take the field. The starting lineups were sponsored by Verizon, the most reliable 5G in Chicago. Again, stormy and rainy, having a thunderstorm outside in downtown Toronto. It's 79 degrees outdoors, but a nice, comfortable 68 inside. Game time temperature sponsored by Four Seasons Heating, Air Conditioning, Plumbing, and Electric. Your trusted local experts, Four Seasons. The Blue Jays in their powder blue shirts and trousers. They've got dark blue numbers on their backs, dark blue hats and socks. Cubs in their traveling uniforms, the gray shirts and trousers, red numbers on their backs, dark blue hats and helmets and sleeves and socks, and a variety of shoe colors. Uniform description sponsored by Benjamin Moore. On the field or the walls of your home, the right team and colors make all the difference. Official paint of the Chicago Cubs, Benjamin Moore. Kevin Gausman, he's been around for a while. He's had a good career. He is exactly 110 wins and 110 losses in his major league career. But I would say, Ron, he almost always keeps his team, whatever team he's pitching for, and he's been with a bunch of teams, he keeps them in the game.
Yeah, there's no doubt. His hit totals for a career are down. They're definitely not a hit an inning, and that's kind of the same thing this year. His ERA for his career has been in the threes, same thing as this year, and he has, just what you said, given his team a chance night after night after night when he takes them out.
Michael Busch will lead it off. Leadoff man presented by Benny's Beverage Depot. If Michael gets a hit, Benny's Beverage Depot donates $100 to the Greater Chicago Food Depository. If you can't find it at Benny's, it's probably not worth drinking. The first pitch is on the way, and it's low and away we go. Busch hitting .263, 22 home runs, 65 driven in. He's been one of the most consistent Cubs offensive players this year. Left-handed batter wearing red batting gloves. Hits one foul off to the left out of play. Ron, I know you always do your homework and watch the video of the opposing pitcher facing the Cubs on any particular day. What's the plan against Gausman?
Well, he's, here as of late, he's been throwing a lot of fastballs. And that is the one thing that is, changed a little bit here over the last couple starts.
Busch swings and misses, 1 and 2.
And that was a good one. That's 94 miles an hour. But he's fastball, split finger, and then a slider. But it's really fastball split, and the slider he throws a lot less. So it's kind of like Shota. Shota, throws a lot of fastballs, and right off the fastball is a split finger.
Gausman is a big man, has a very simplified windup, and misses low and outside. He sets up as if he's in a stretch position and then bounces back and forth between his feet a couple of times before delivering. He's a big man, 6'2", 205 pounds. Born in Centennial, Colorado. Makes his home in Baton Rouge, Louisiana. Swinging a smash on the ground to first, glove by Guerrero Jr. And he runs over and steps on the bag, 3 unassisted. And that's out number 1. Well, one number that is impressive, Ron, about Gausman this season. Again, you pointed out he's a break-even 8 wins and 8 losses and a decent ERA, but not a great earned run average of 3.85. He is limiting opposing hitters to a combined batting average of .214. Yeah. And that's a good number for a pitcher.
Very good number, absolutely.
Here is Seiya Suzuki taking outside ball 1. What would be your plan against him if you were in that Cubs lineup tonight?
Today, in looking at some film and seeing what he's been doing here as of late, throwing a lot of fastballs, I would be on the fastball here early in early in the ball game and my at-bats.
Suzuki hits a sky-high pop fly, right field line, shallow, racing in and making an incredible catch is Lucas. Lucas had to run 150 feet and then slid to make a catch on that twisting high pop fly in very short right field near the line. I'm surprised that Jimenez, the second baseman, or Guerrero, the first baseman, didn't call him off, but neither one did. And it took a magnificent play by Lucas for the second out. Wow.
Well, I think it's the opposite, Pat. I think Lucas comes running in. I think the two infielders, both of them had a beat on it, and he called them off. And then all of a sudden went, uh-oh, this is going to be a lot tougher play than I thought. But he made the catch. He slid in. That was going to be an easy play for Jimenez. And Guerrero, we see, he was kind of camped underneath it too, but they all gave way. And if you're a Toronto fan, it worked out. They got it out.
Kyle Tucker, the batter, 2 down. I'm just thinking about a guy calling for a play and then having to make a sensational catch. Here's the 0-1 pitch. It's taken for a strike by Tucker. Generally, you don't call for it unless you're pretty darn sure you're going to make the catch.
Yeah, I guarantee he's yelling, I got it, and then he's about 3 steps from where the ball's coming down, and he's like, oh boy, this could be a problem.
0-2 on Kyle Tucker. Kyle, nothing for 3 last night. This is one of the guys the Cubs really need to get going. His last home run, July the 19th. Here's the stretch by Gausman and the pitch. There's a swing and a looping liner to left, coming in and making the catch is Loperfido. Joey Loperfido made the catch. 3 up, 3 down. We go to the bottom of the first. Cubs.
From about 1905 to 1925 or so, teams actually issued cardigans as part of their team uniform. In that era, knitwear was actually having a heyday in sports. Think of ski sweaters or Argyle sweater vests on the Gulf Green. And baseball decided to jump on the bandwagon and create cardigans.
What is it about baseball cards that make them so special? Why do you enjoy doing that?
Well, the biggest thing is I started collecting when I was a kid. O-Pee-Chee was a Canadian hockey league, and then the Canadian football. But I didn't start in the U.S. until I had signed professionally as a ball player. And when I got my first rookie card, and I've got it here with me.
Let's take a peek at that.
1966 with Billy Sorrell.
Flight by Yuengling, they all have the same commitment to flavor and craftsmanship. Yuengling, the oldest brewery in America, official beer of the Cubs Radio Network, DG Yuengling & Sons, Pottsville, PA.
Car accident? Call D&W right now. Slip and fall? Call D&W right now. Any accident at all? Call D&W Law right now. Don't hesitate. Call the 8s, 312-888-8888.
Gabe Horton having a fine rookie season. 6 wins, 3 losses, 3.18 ERA, and I made the comment to you about an hour ago. He does not seem like a rookie, Ron.
Yeah, I would absolutely agree. There's some guys where
he fires a fastball strike to Nathan Lucas, 0-1.
Where they're rookie and they playing and they're figuring it out. And then there's some guys that just they graduate from that status.
Swinging a foul back out of play.
And you kind of see it midway through their first season of all of a sudden now you're like, yeah, this guy's not a rookie anymore. He's playing big league baseball, and he knows what it takes for him, and still figuring some things out, but he's not a rookie anymore. And I think he fits in that category.
He's ahead of Lucas 0-2. The pitch to the left-handed batter. That's strike 3 call. Looked like a backdoor breaking ball that nipped the outside corner to the left-handed batter, and that's the first out of the inning. Again, a 23 and a third scoreless inning streak for Cade Horton. Now 23 and 2/3 innings. Whenever a guy gets into the 20s, you wonder how high can he go? Can he get it into the 30s and 40s? We'll see. Bo Bichette will take a strike 0-1.
This first inning is powered by Invesco QQQ. Let's rethink possibility. Invesco Distributors Incorporated.
Bichette hitting .297, hits a fly ball to right, slicing toward foul territory. This ball is going to drop untouched against the side wall screen. And the count 0-2.
Little breaking ball there from Horton. Pretty good pitch away from Bichette. 83 miles an hour on that slider. Speed gun, as always, powered by Xfinity. It's seriously powerful Wi-Fi. Xfinity, the Wi-Fi is booming.
328 down the lines here in Toronto. 400 to dead center. It's a little deeper to left center, 368, than it is to right center, 359. But the wall in right center is taller. Here comes the 0-2 now to Bichette. Swinging a ground ball to first, fielded by Bush. He will run over and step on the bag unassisted. 2 quick outs, no score. There has not yet been a base runner in the game, and it brings up Vladimir Guerrero Jr.
Really good pitches by Horton to Bichette. Both of them on the outside corner are just off the plate away. Bichette couldn't really do much with them.
Again, the Cubs leadoff batter, brought to you by Benny's Beverage Depot. Benny's has been such a great sponsor for a long time. We've enjoyed our association with them very, very much. Guerrero fouls it away. If a Cub leadoff man gets a hit, Benny's will generously donate $100 to the Greater Chicago Food Depository. Guerrero takes down low for a ball, 1-1. If you can't find it at Benny's, it's probably not worth drinking. Guerrero 3 for 4 last night. Big, strong right-handed batter, the son of Vladimir Guerrero Sr. And we were looking at some of Dad's statistics earlier on. A great player, Hall of Famer. Ground ball to third, fielded by Shaw. The toss across. It's a 1-2-3 inning for Cade Horton. Make it 24 and a third consecutive scoreless innings for the rookie right-hander. We go to the second. No.
This time can't get it, and neither could the fan.
Oh, that's when you don't wear flip-flops.
Caminero strikes out, and the bat gets a 7.5 on the distance, but it's stuck to the landing.
That's poked and that hits the umpire. The ball is in play, and it's a base hit for Frazier.
Roberto Ortiz did what he could to try and get out of the way, couldn't.
Took the wrong direction.
He just didn't know which way to go.
Macho Man Randy Savage indeed. Yeah, a.k.a. Uriner Bosch. I'm a macho manifestation of that feeling you get when you use that 2-in-1 impact driver. Oh, yeah? Nah, say it with your chest, brother. Oh, yeah! Oh, yeah! We'll work on that.
The more you Bosch, the more you feel like a Bosch.
Save time every time for a great haircut. Just download the Great Clips app or check in online at greatclips.com. Great Clips. It's gonna be great.
Top 2 in Toronto. Cubs and Blue Jays are scoreless. The second inning is brought to you by Sea Glass Wines, delivering crisp, refreshing flavors that hit every time. Pat?
A hit every time. can see a batting champion in that person's future as we go to the second inning. Ian Happ will lead it off from Kevin Gausman. And he'll take the first pitch for a strike. Happ hitting cleanup. Nothing for two with a pair of walks in last night's game. Switch hitter batting left-handed. And the 0-1 from Gausman. Off-speed pitch in for a strike. Nothing in two. I always enjoy veteran pitchers against veteran hitters, Ron. It's always good theater.
Yeah, no, I would agree to that. Gausman definitely fits. So does Ian, who had his 31st birthday yesterday.
0-2 pitch is down low. Undoubtedly, they've faced each other several times, so they kind of have an idea of what to expect. And I'm wondering what to expect this Friday. Over at Coombs Corner in Lockport. Here's the 1-2. Happ takes down low. Cub fans, head to Coombs Corner in Lockport after the game this Friday from 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. You can meet Ron Coomer. Woo-hoo! And if that's not enough, and I certainly think it should be, you can also enjoy Yuengling bucket specials. Here's the 2-2, fastball high and away. And you can score some Yuengling swag.
Do you have any Yuengling swag, Pat?
Not yet, I don't.
Oh, but you will come Saturday. Yeah, buddy.
Don't miss this post-game party at Coombs Corner with Yuengling, the oldest brewery in America. Ian Happ swings and misses, strike three. It was a changeup, the only changeup I believe he saw in the entire sequence.
Yep, absolutely. He throws that little split-fingered pitch, fork ball, and threw it in a good location on the outside corner. Yeah, but Friday night Yuengling is doing a tasting of some of their new fall products that are coming out in their flight and their lager, and we've got, as you said, we got swag, so we got to put some of that aside for Mr. Hughes.
Swinging a foul off to the left, out of play.
And Johnny Vincent is going to sing. He's going to be our entertainment on Friday night. So we are going to have a good night Friday night. Have Johnny out to sing. Just had lunch with Johnny last week, so I'm looking forward to seeing him again.
Pete Crow Armstrong batting against Kevin Gausman. Swings and drives one to right field. The right fielder Lucas is there to make the catch. It was a hard hit ball, though, by Pete Crow Armstrong. And he's been slumping, Ron. Sometimes when you do make good contact, even though you don't get a base hit, you know you've done something good, and you saw the ball, and you made a good hard contact.
Yeah, this is an off-speed pitch, away, and he goes out and hooks this ball. And he's out in front a little bit, but he gets the barrel to it. It's a line drive to the warning track and right down the line, so that is some progress for Pete.
No score, second inning, 2 down, bases empty for Nico Horner. And he looks at a ball up and in. The defense always pretty much straight away for Nico. It's got to be. He's a spray hitter. Defensive alignment sponsored by Fitzgerald Equipment. Material handling handled. Learn more at FitzgeraldEquipment.com. Horner swings and misses. That was an off-speed delivery. Might have been a splitter. Looked kind of like one.
Yep, it's a splitter. He throws really basically 3 pitches. He's a fastball, 4-seamer, split finger, and that's the number 2 pitch, and those 2 are dominant. And then he spins a breaking ball in there, but, on occasion. It's mainly fastball split.
And the 1-1, Nico lines one to left, a base hit. Over toward the line to pick it up is Loper Fido. And it's a 2-out single for Horner. With Swanson coming up, can we expect Nico to maybe try to steal a bag?
I would think so. I would think, the way the Cubs are going offensively right now with their struggles, that anytime you got a chance of trying to do some things to shake up the offense, steal a bag, do some hit and run, whatever that is, situational hit, I think you're going to start seeing that happen. We'll see if Nico is off and running here early.
Dansby Swanson hitting .253. Right-handed batter will take a strike. Swanson with power, 18 home runs. He's driven in 55. He had the misfortune last night of committing 2 errors in one game, very unlike him, and it's the first time it's happened to him in a Cub uniform. Corner bouncing away from first. Swanson takes an off-speed pitch down low, 1-1.
This is one of those situations with Nico at first base. He really doesn't have to do that. Gausman is kind of slow to the plate with that leg kick. You know, he doesn't get the leg up high, but he's got a couple different moves with his front leg, Nico. So that means Gausman's slow to the plate. I think Nico could just steal this back.
He's got a short lead. Nico not running. Swanson takes down low in the count, 2-1. There are some Cub fans here tonight, and a whole lot of Blue Jay fans. We had 43,000 plus here last night. We'll play the Benny's Beverage Depot attendance game and make our guesses here shortly. If you can't find it at Benny's, it's probably not worth drinking. Toss to first, not in time. Nice to be working with our engineer Paul Gatt. G-A-T-T. Now, Gatt, would that be the past tense form of the word get? Here comes the 2. I'm just asking. I don't know. I'm not a scholar. Here's a pitch. Check swing. It's low, and it's a stolen base. Nico Hoerner picks a good pitch on which to steal run. Off speed and down low.
Yeah.
And not even a throw forthcoming from Kirk.
Now Nico takes off early, one step, and steals second base. The ball in the dirt. Kirk did not come up with it clean. Now, I have not heard that could you use that in a sentence, by the way? Would that be possible?
I'll try.
Yeah, well, no. Okay.
Here's the 2-2 pitch. Line toward right field, but right there is Lucas. You cannot hit a ball much harder than Swanson just did. But he lines out to right. And that will end the inning. Cubs don't score, leave one. Middle of inning number 2, 0-0.
Gosh, we've gone to Sea Dogs games since we were kids.
I've been coming to see the Sea Dogs for the last 30 years. Great experience.
Everybody here is just bends over backwards to help people out and wish the world was like it is right here at the ballpark.
We've always wanted to be more than just a baseball team. We want to be strong, active, contributing members of the community. And I think that effort is seen by the people and the fans, and they want to support that effort.
We play in Toronto. Guerrero sends over some good stuff for the guys, so when we play in Toronto, I definitely dive into that.
You gotta be careful with Vladdy, bro, because a Dominican breakfast will put you to sleep, bro. ¿Cómo está sonando la comida dominicana ya?
La comida dominicana ya no sé cómo está sonando, porque obviamente mi esposa me cocina. O sea, hay restaurantes, pero no voy a comer comida latina.
They flip with the glove. That was not a good idea.
All he needed to do was try to get the lead guy by giving him a nice easy feed.
Oh, no, stay on your feet. No. I thought he was going to stay on his feet. Uh-oh. The Goose did not know that the game was starting. Maybe the Goose thought it was 6:45 first pitch time.
Oh, man, off the glove and off the dome. He's saying, oh, man, what happened? It's a moment that he'll never forget, and that'll be on the blooper everywhere.
Signage and painting contractors rely on finishingchicago.com.
Monday, August 18th is University of Michigan night. Fans who purchase tickets at Cubs.com/specials will receive a special edition Cubs and University of Michigan cap presented by New Era. Be here for it. Pat?
Addison Barger will lead off and take ball 1 from Cade Horton. 0-0 game, bottom of inning number 2. Barger swings and misses. He's the designated hitter on this team. Hitting .264. He's got some power. 18 home runs. Strong left-handed batter with a wide open stance. And he'll take a fastball that's just inside. 2-1.
Well, that was a good heater. That just missed it. Almost 96 miles an hour with movement boring in on Barger.
Fastball strike at the knees.
2-2. What do you like here on 2-2?
I tell you, the fastball he's got going right now, I'd stick with that. He's got it working on both sides of the plate with command. That's pretty good.
And the 2-2. Line short hop by Swanson behind second, throws to first in time. Dansby showed good hands. That ball bounced right in front of him. He was positioned perfectly right behind the bag at second. Sharply hit ball, but a short hop pickup on the line drive, and then he had a routine throw to first for the out.
Yeah, nice play. Kate, to answer your question, what he went with was the changeup. He went with his third pitch and made a good pitch with it.
Alejandro Kirk, the batter, swings and misses.
All reviews in this game are sponsored by Northwestern Medicine. Second opinion's always a good idea. Get yours at Northwestern Medicine.
Still trying to think of an effective sentence using "gat" in the past tense. I'm starting to formulate one. Here's the pitch fouled off to the right, out of play. I'm still kind of tinkering with it mentally.
Okay.
I do a lot of that, by the way.
I've noticed.
Do you want to make your attendance guess in the Benny's Beverage Depot
Did you
attendance
make yours?
game?
No.
I'll be happy to.
No, I can start it. It's okay. I will. What did we have yesterday? 43,000, right? 43 and change, right?
Correct.
43,003 to be precise.
Just a little bit of change. I will say 43,500.
Strike three called, and Kirk is out number 2. 5 in a row retired by Cade Horton. It's his second strikeout of the game. Strikeouts by Cubs pitchers. Brought to you by your I know I had this sponsor page here momentarily. I have seemed to have misplaced it.
I can help you. We can get that cat thing worked out too. It's you want me to help you?
Well,
I've got it right here in front of me.
I
can share it with you.
I went to the hardware and got me a new weed whacker. Here's the 0-1 pitch taken down low and in.
And you didn't strike out for that, huh? Yeah. I'll tell you one place you couldn't go get that weed whacker, and that's the Chicago and Northwest Indiana Hyundai dealers. But you can sure get a strikeout there.
1 ball and 1 strike on Dalton Varsho. And a pitch to Dalton, swinging a foul back. Varsho homered last night, his 12th of the year. Wisconsin native, son of former Chicago Cub ball player Gary Varsho. Very nice man.
Boy, Dalton's had a good career.
Swing and a miss. Good fastball by Cade Horton. And it's another 1-2-3 inning for Cade. He's up to 25 and a third consecutive scoreless innings. Let's see how far the kid can go.
This is going to be one of those games that you're going to have to fight the elements. Wow! And I don't think that'll be the last bat toss we see tonight.
I would imagine not. As he slid behind Neto, took out his legs, but Neto held onto the ball.
Check out what our cameras caught. That's right. Smacking himself in the face. He really likes to pump himself up and make himself angry.
Oh, he used the hat. That's pretty nice.
Yeah, take a bow. All right, absolutely.
Bone and Joint Institute, a leader in comprehensive orthopedic care. Visit ibji.com for locations.
Matt Shaw's on deck for the Cubs. Who's on deck is brought to you by TimberTech Decking and Railing. Everything wood should be. Visit timbertech.com. Pat?
All right, Zach, third inning. Here's a drive off the bat of Matt Shaw. Deep left, but playable for Loperfido, and that's out number 1. Shaw went after the first pitch. He is retired. And it's good to see Miguel Amaya in the lineup, and he's going to bat for the first time. He's appearing in a Cub game for the first time since May the 24th. He's been out with a severe left oblique strain.
And those they always seem to take longer to recover from than you want or expect.
Yeah, it was really unfortunate. He was swinging the bat well, playing very well, and then you get that tear in your oblique and rib cage area, and that's just a bummer. And he's missed quite a bit of time now. He's missed months of the season.
He was hitting .280 at the time of his injury. Miguel will take down low. He was a clutch hitter twice this year. He had 5 RBI games, and that was back when the Cubs were scoring a ton of runs. He was in the middle of a lot of rallies. Let's see if he can start a rally right here. He pops it up, shallow right, foul territory. Vladimir Guerrero will make the catch. The first baseman ran over beyond the coaching box, made a running grab, and that's out number 2. Scoreless game, 3rd inning. The batter is Michael Busch.
A little inside fastball. That was a good pitch. Boring in on Amaya.
This Cubs offense has the ability to score a bunch of runs. They did it repeatedly early in the year. 3 or 4 times a week they would put big numbers on the board. They are not doing that now. It's one of the great mysteries of baseball, how even the best offenses can go ice cold for periods, Ron.
Yeah.
I've never heard a great explanation for it other than that's baseball.
Yeah, you just don't know.
A pitch down low for a ball. Now, if you got a couple of key players injured, that would be part of an explanation, but it doesn't always require guys to be banged up for you to struggle.
No, the Cubs' middle of the lineup, their key players have all been healthy and playing.
Busch takes outside. Maybe part of it, Ron, I was thinking it today, just the simple fact that you play 162 ball games, you're going to have periods where you just don't play as well as you do during other periods.
And I think the key is, in some years you get 1 or 2 guys struggling that pitch in for a strike, and then 2 or 3 other guys are red hot, and you don't really see the effects of it because there's other guys picking up the guys that aren't swinging real well. Right now you get the middle of the lineup, the main key guys that are doing all, that are supposed to do the production, and they're all struggling together.
High fly ball, deep right field, off the bat of Michael Busch. This ball's back toward the wall. It's got a chance. Gone. Michael Busch with a towering home run. Right down the right field line, fair by about 40 feet, and gone by maybe 15 feet, and the Cubs lead 1-0. A towering, one of the highest hit home runs by a Cub all season long.
Yeah, this is a high fly ball. You knew it was hit well because you could hear it. It's an inside fastball, might not even be a strike, and Bushy gets the barrel to it and hits it a mile in the air, and it just comes straight down. Luke's in right field. He just gets to the wall, and he just runs out of room.
Suzuki looks at a strike. It's another hefty home run. The official trash bag of the Chicago Cubs. Hefty. Strength that's anything but ordinary. 356 feet. As Suzuki takes down low. Busch, his 23rd of the year. 66th run batted in for Michael. RBIs, by the way, sponsored by Old National Bank, where relationships and results matter. Get old. Tell you what, home runs never get old. Unless you're a pitcher, of course. Here's a pitch to Seiya Suzuki, and he swings and misses.
Coming to you live all season long from the Invesco QQQ broadcast booth. Proud ETF partner of the Chicago Cubs.
Suzuki flied to right his first time. You can hit home runs in this park. Now the 1-2. Line foul down the left field line. They have raised the fence in the left field corner area from when this park first opened many years ago. 1989 is when it opened. It used to be about an 8-foot high wall. Now it's 14 feet high, for example, in the left field corner. There's the ball outside. They've raised the right center field barrier a little bit. That's also 14 feet and change. But still, the ball's always carried well here, indoors or out. And the 2-2. It's outside for a ball, 3-2.
That was a little slider from Gosman, and he held on to that one way too long. That one bounced 4 feet in front of home plate.
Big crowd. They've been quiet so far tonight. They're averaging 32,000 per game in this park this year as Segat takes down low for ball 4. You see that, Ron, after a home run, and I'm not sure if there's a direct cause and effect, but after a home run, a guy says, whoa, a pitcher, and he's a little more careful than the next batter, and the next thing you know, he's walked him.
And I'll say this, the home run that he gave up, that pitch is not a bad pitch. It might not even have been a strike on the inside corner to Bushy. It was, borderline strike, and he just got the barrel to it and put a good swing on it. But then these last few pitches, both have bounced in front of home plate.
Kyle Tucker, the batter. Kyle lined out to left. Back in the first inning. Suzuki, not a real adventuresome base runner at first, being held by Guerrero. Right-handed pitcher, left-handed batter. Tucker swings and fouls it. That was a good swing, though, by Kyle. One of the best I think he's taken in a while.
Yeah, he was aggressive with that fastball. Cubs have a stolen base today, and stolen bases, they're powered by Turo Tire, Chicago's hometown tire. Find a dealer at Turo.com.
Shortstop Bichette almost directly behind the bag at second. Kevin Gosman to the belt. And the 0-1. Off speed outside. Actually a fastball now that I look at it again. 1 ball and 1 strike. I was right the first time. The reason I changed my call is because of the sound it made when it hit Kirk's mitt. It really made a good pop.
It really did. Yeah, his glove. He's got one of them gloves that.
Ground ball to first. Diving backhand stop by Guerrero. Takes it to the bag in time. He's a big man. He's a slugger, but he's very agile. And a fine defensive player, just like his dad was for many, many years in his Hall of Fame career. 3 unassisted. Cubs get a run on the home.
There's so much history right here, and when I put it on and it's so light, it just feels just right. It feels just right. I mean, look at this. It got the city on it. When I was 7 years old, my uncle takes me where? To Shea Stadium. Darryl Strawberry hits a home run, and I become a fan for life.
It's Alertus Gurriel Dawn.
That's a nice touch.
Pena power.
The perils of wearing earrings when you've got netting on the field.
That young fan, not a Newtbar fan.
What a present for Mom.
Oh my goodness, look at this guy.
Uso, yeah, Jay Uso, yeah.
Ended up just shot putting it. Block when there's nobody on base. There's a little debate for Domo and Kim watching the replay together.
That's beautiful, isn't it?
Your home is. That's why they're rated the #1 brand of siding in North America. James Hardie is proud to sponsor the Cubs. James Hardie Building Products, siding with the Cubs.
Bottom three, Cubs 1, Blue Jays nothing. Roof close in Toronto tonight. It's raining outside, but a comfortable 68 degrees indoors. Time and temperature sponsored by Circa Sports Illinois. Bet like the pros and download the Circa Sports app today. Pat?
And Zach, another big crowd on hand at the Rogers Center. Joey Loperfido will swing and foul one and then take a strike. 0-2 on Loperfido. I'm wondering if he is the first Loperfido ever to play big league ball. My guess is yes. There's the pitch to Joey. Bounced out towards second. Backing up and gloving a more convenient hop is Nico Horner. Good footwork. He read that one properly and made the play, and it's out number one.
Yeah, I would say Loperfido, not a common name. Not a lot of those with you in school.
I've never heard of a Loperfido. I had to look it up to see how he spelled it. Here's Ernie Clement. He had the big blow last night, the 3-run home run. Cubs lead 1-0, which is an improvement over last night when they never led. They were down early and never did catch up. Clement takes a little bit inside. I've always thought, Ron, when you're the visiting team, it is more important to score first. It's always important, even at home, but I think more important on the road to score first than it is at home. What do you think?
No, I would agree to that. Absolutely. Towering home run by Michael Busch in the third inning.
Clement will take outside from Cade Horton. Cade has won his last 3 consecutive games starting against the White Sox, Baltimore, and Cincinnati. And the 3-1, and that's in there for a call, strike 2. Clement taking all the way. Clement questioning the call by Jim Wolf, but it looked very good.
Yeah, it splits the plate in half. Clement thought he was down. It looked like it was a little low from the box that we have in our monitor.
And the payoff pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Clement is out number 2, strikeout number 4 for Cade Horton. Strikeouts by Cubs pitchers. Those are brought to you by your Chicago and Northwest Indiana Hyundai dealers.
Cade, a little high breaking ball to get the strikeout. He threw the low breaking ball on 3-1, and then an elevated one for strike 3.
Andres Jimenez will take a strike.
He's got a good fastball tonight. That last fastball, just over 96 miles an hour at the top of the zone with a little cut action on it.
Fastball inside, it's even. He has set down the first 8 Blue Jays in order. Milwaukee a winner earlier today again. 12 consecutive wins for Milwaukee. They beat the Pirates in Wisconsin.
So they swept the Pirates in Pittsburgh, or in Wisconsin, right?
I believe, if I remember what I read, Milwaukee will be off tomorrow and they play in Cincinnati for the weekend before arriving at Wrigley for the doubleheader Monday against the Cubs. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Cade Horton locked in 3 shutout innings tonight. 26 1/3 over his last several starts. He has not given up a run in a long time. And we go to the 4th inning. Cubs 1, Blue Jays.
I was in AAA, and right before the game, they said, no, you got to stop. You need to hurry up and go to Cincinnati. You're about to go play a game there. You got 45 minutes till the game starts. So I get in my car and I start driving, and all I keep thinking about is, which jersey are they wearing that night? So when I get to the locker room, I see my jersey hung up, and love the white jerseys, just the stitching on it, the old school feel to it.
The name of the business is Legacy Catering. We all were talking about how mom taught us all how to cook. She was a cook at the public school system for ages. So we all started cooking with her, so we decided, to do the business, so we went to figure out what we're going to call it. So we said, let's cook in honor of our mother. So that's what Legacy came in. And just remember that Legacy Catering is about people. And this is what barbecuing is all about. And this is why we love it.
Tears and leaks. Strength that's anything but ordinary.
The out-of-town scoreboard is sponsored by Club Citgo. Download the Club Citgo app now and instantly save 23 cents per gallon on your first fill-up. The Brewers have now won 12 in a row as they beat the Pirates 12-5 today. Christian Yelich had 2 hits and 3 RBIs, so at the moment, Brewers lead the Cubs by 8 games in the National League Central.
Ian Happ leads off. It's a one-hop smash to the second baseman, Jimenez. He gloves it and throws out Ian for out number 1, Zach.
Pat, the Padres an 11-1 drubbing of the Giants, so that means San Diego now takes over sole possession of first place in the National League West, pending the results of the Dodgers-Angels game tonight. And the Cubs are currently tied with the Dodgers for the top wildcard spot in the National League. Other action, the Diamondbacks beat the Rangers 6-4. Ketel Marte, the go-ahead 3-run home run.
Pete Armstrong hits a fly ball to left. It's going to be caught by Loper Fido. Out number 2, Zach.
The Rockies edge the Cardinals 6-5. Hunter Goodman, the go-ahead 2-run home run for Colorado, his 24th. The Tigers shut out the White Sox 1-0. It was the Nationals 8 and the Royals 7. In progress, Reds leading the Phillies 4-0, bottom of the 7th inning. Noelvi Marte had a Little League home run in that game. It would take too long to explain, but you get the idea. Marlins leading the Guardians 4-1 in the last of the 4th.
Nico Horner takes inside.
The old Little League home run, he said.
It's got many versions, but go ahead, Zach. Anything else?
Top of the 3rd, Astros 2, Red Sox 1.
Any Little League home runs in that game?
Not to my knowledge.
Please keep us updated. Here's a pitch in there for a strike to Nico Horner.
Couple of games delayed by rain. Not surprisingly, both of them in the same spot. Twins and Yankees delayed in the Bronx. Braves and Mets delayed in Queens.
That's your home area, Zach. Here's the 1-1. Nico bangs it foul off to the right, out of play. Now, Ron, what would be your definition of a Little League home run?
Well, first of all, it doesn't go over a fence.
But I bet you hit some as a Little Leaguer.
I did.
How many did you have?
I don't know, probably 10 or so as a Little Leaguer.
Wow. Go ahead.
But, if you're playing, to me, a Little League home run, when I think of it, is kind of like, you got the one infielder who's flipping his glove up and down.
So there might be some errors involved?
Or just lack of paying attention to all, just in total.
Maybe out at the snack shack?
Yeah, that could be.
Okay, I got you. 3 up, 3 down. Horner strikes out. We'll delve.
All right, Ryan, PSA dove in. Do we have them graded?
We do. This is the first set of graded cards from the 2024 Topps MLB Network set.
I'm so excited about this.
Yeah.
Now, they all have the same grade, or
no?
So one of us will be like the highest graded card.
Could be. There could be multiple. So first up, we got Mark DeRosa.
Let's see what D-Rose. Of course, D-Rose a 10 out of 10. Handsome, athletic. All right.
What is it that kind of got you hooked as a foodie, so to speak?
My dad was really into food when I was a kid. He traveled for work and he would go to places all over Europe and stuff. He was in sales and I feel like he would come home and try and cook the things he ate overseas. And so as a kid, I was exposed to a lot of like stuff that kids aren't usually exposed to. And so I credit my dad for that.
Hit up itsnotagameillinois.com for a course near you. Remember, all the gear, all the time. It's not a game.
When it comes to tuxedos and suits, the pros at Suits 2020 have the winning looks. Why rent when you can own for about the same price? Schedule your free fitting at Suits2020.com.
Nathan Lucas hits a high pop fly. Foul, playable, caught by Amaya. One pitch, one away. Zach, what do you got?
The first out brought to you by Xfinity. The Wi-Fi is booming. Pat, league leaders are sponsored by American Sail. Bring the fun home. Aaron Judge leads the big leagues in batting average, hitting .337. Cal Raleigh, the home run leader. He's got 45. He's also the RBI leader with 98. And Jose Caballero of the Yankees, the stolen base king right now with 35.
Bo Bichette takes down low. Cade Horton working on a very impressive string. Right now, 26 2/3 consecutive scoreless innings. And he's moving up on the Cubs' all-time record for scoreless frames. He's not near the top number necessarily, but he's passing some pretty big names, Ron. You were mentioning Ken Holtzman.
Yep, so he is. So with 3 scoreless innings today, he passes Greg Maddux, who had 25 1/3 for the 6th longest scoreless streak by a Cubs pitcher before their 24th birthday.
Bichette takes inside a 4-pitch walk. And that's the first base runner against Cade Horton. He had set down the first 10 batters consecutively. He'll work out of the stretch now and face Vladimir Guerrero Jr.
And this is also the longest scoreless streak for a Cubs pitcher, age 23 or younger, since the left-hander Kenny Holtzman.
Wow.
Who had 33 in 1970.
So Maddux and Holtzman, you're getting into some nice company there. As Guerrero will take inside. Cubs lead 1-0. A third-inning home run by Michael Busch is the difference. Guerrero bounced out to third his first time. Menacing looking right-handed batter. And the pitch down low. Guerrero, I would say, goes about 6'4", 215 pounds, 220 maybe. Strong.
Yeah, he's a big kid, there's no doubt.
And he kind of brings that front foot back so that the feet are very close together before he uncoils and delivers his big swing. And here comes the pitch, and it's taken down low, 3-0. Horton kind of smoothing out some of the dirt in front of the mound. He has walked a batter, Bichette, and now fallen behind, and I would not be surprised to see Guerrero have the green light here. How about you?
Yeah, same. I think you always want your star players swinging if they get a chance to hit in a good count.
The 3-0, swinging, fly ball, deep left field. Back goes Ian Happ to the left field wall, at the wall, makes the catch. The throw comes back in, and hustling back safely to first is Bichette. A towering home run. A towering fly ball that had home run written all over it. I can't believe that ball stayed in the yard. Happ never quit on the ball, went right back to the barrier. His back was up against the fence when he reached up and made the catch for the second out in the inning.
Yeah, it's one of those balls that goes way up. Happ goes to the wall, and then Tex actually takes a half step forward to catch that ball. Yeah, I thought that was a home run when he hit it.
Woo. Towering drive. 2 down, Addison Barger, the batter. We're going to pause 10 seconds for station ID. We'll do it right after this pitch to Barger. Horton set. The rookie right-hander fires. It's fouled away. 10 for ID on the score on the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Take the Cubs with you in the Chicagoland area on the free Odyssey app. We are the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network, WSCR Chicago, WBMX HD2 Chicago, and Odyssey Sports Station.
Barger bounced out his first time. The Blue Jays still without a base hit. 2 down, a man at first. Fastball high. Cubs took the lead on a home run by Michael Busch in the third. You're not going to see many 1-0 games in this ballpark. Barger will take high, and it's 2-2.
I think to your point, Pat, the ball carries here. It's always been a fair park for home runs. It's short down the lines. And then the AstroTurf, this field turf is a fast-playing surface. So, there's a lot of hits out there, and then when the ball's getting a gap, they end up shooting to the wall. So it is a good hitter's park.
Bichette being held by Busch at first. Horton comes set. Barger waits at the plate. The 2-2. Off the inside corner, 3-2. No mystery now. Busch is going to play behind the runner with 2 down and a full count and a man at first. The rookie right-hander Horton is ready in the 3-2. Swing and a miss. Strike 3 on a vanishing slider down near the dust. Another scoreless inning for Cade Horton. Zach Zaidman joins Ron Coomer in a moment. We've played 4, Cubs 1, Toronto nothing. This is The Score on the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Hey Cubs fans, it's Cade Horton. Listen to every game here on the Chicago Cubs Radio Network.
This time can't get it, and neither could the fan.
Boy, that's when you don't wear flip-flops.
Caminero strikes out, and the bat gets a 7.5 on the distance. But it's stuck to the landing.
That's poked and that hits the umpire. The ball is in play, and it's a base hit for Frazier.
Roberto Ortiz did what he could to try and get out of the way, couldn't.
Took the wrong direction.
He just didn't know which way to go.
Build this for them and spend the last year of coming up with this concept and getting it off the ground and getting everybody here. It just feels really good to have everybody coming and experiencing the thing that we've been working so hard on. To be able to take the experiences of Comic-Con and add that to a card show just is really fulfilling, because as somebody who grew up going to card shows and still goes to the same card show, the same church basement in Trumbull, Connecticut every month, it's great. Card shows are amazing, but to be able to add all of this experience is what makes this great.
Alongside Ron Coomer, Zach Zaidman with you. Top of the 5th inning here in Toronto. It's the Cubs with a 1-0 lead over the Blue Jays. We're coming to you live all season long for the Invesco QQQ broadcast booth. Proud ETF partner of the Chicago Cubs. Dansby Swanson at the plate. Right-hander Kevin Gausman on the mound. Sets at the belt, peers in, works his motion and deals. Swanson, it's a high fly ball, deep center. Varsho going back, now in right center at the track, leaps and makes the catch against the wall. A loud out, excellent catch in center by Varsho to rob Swanson of extra bases, 1 away.
Now this is the second ball. Dansby's hit right on the button the other way, and I will say this, as the Cubs have had their struggles on offense, tonight has been a much better night swinging the bat. They don't have a lot to show for it, only 2 hits, one's a homer, but there have been a lot of hard hit balls and line drives. Dansby's hit 2 now, right line drive to right, and a ball off the wall in right that was caught in right center.
Matt Shaw at the plate. And Shaw looks at a strike. A slider that spins into the zone from Gausman. So the count is 0-1. Shaw, the number 8 hold tonight for the Cubs. The next pitch. Shaw looks at a ball low and outside. It's 1-1. I was talking to Ian Happ during the pregame show, and he was kind of saying what you just said. If you approach the game the right way and you have good at-bats, if you're hitting the ball hard, a 1-1. Shaw swings, pops it up, foul territory, off to the right. The catcher, Kirk, might have a play. Nope, it's in the stands, just to the left of the Cubs dugout along the first base line. 1-2 on Shaw. But Happ was saying that when you're going through a prolonged slump, all you can do is worry about that game that night and worry about your approach that game that night. And that's what the Cubs are trying to do. It's a message that's been echoed by manager Craig Counsel.
Well, and I think individually you got to zone down even more and make sure that, what are your goals for each at bat, and let's pitch by pitch. You tracking the ball well. You doing your little things right.
Shaw drives one deep in the air to left. This may go. It is gone. A home run. It looked like it smacked either off the foul pole in left or the board behind it. Matt Shaw with a solo home run down the left field line. And the Cubs now have a 2-0 lead over the Blue Jays here in the 5th. For Shaw, that's home run number 10 on the year.
This little off-speed pitch, it looks like a split, and it stays down, but it's middle of the plate. That Shaw hammers this ball right down the left field line. The only question was fair or foul. It was definitely fair by about 10 feet, and Matty Shaw gives the Cubs their second run of the ballgame.
And there's a ground ball by Miguel Amaya, back of third, fielded by Clement. His throw across is in time to get Amaya, and 2 away. Yeah, that home run by Shaw, line drive, straight left, banged off an advertisement behind the foul pole. Shaw continues to have a red-hot post-All-Star break for the Cubs. 2-0 Cubs here in the 5th with 2 away, and Michael Busch stands in. He homered his last time up. Gausman deals, and Busch looks at a ball outside, 1-0. Another hefty home run. Official trash bag of the Chicago Cubs. Hefty strength. That's anything but ordinary. Busch waits for the 1-0. Here it comes. He swings and fouls it out of play. Off to the left. 1-1. Milwaukee, a 12-5 winner earlier today against Pittsburgh. 12 straight wins for the Brewers. Now the 1-1 to Busch. He swings and fouls it into the glove, 1-2.
That last fastball to Bushy was the exact pitch that he hit out of the ballpark. Inside heater in the inside corner. Bushy put another good swing on it, just fouled it into Kirk's glove.
Now the 1-2. Just off the outside. 2 balls and 2 strikes for Shaw. 358-foot liner down the left field line for his home run. RBIs by Cubs batters are sponsored by Old National Bank, where relationships and results matter. Get old. The pitch. Foul back off the screen by Busch. Count remains 2-2. Yeah, but prior to the home run, you were talking about how zoning in even more specifically for each hitter.
Well, you really got to start, locking in on and having some little victories if you're a hitter, and you're struggling right now with the Cubs.
Busch swings, and it's a high fly ball, shallow left, coming in low Perfito. He's under it and makes the catch for out number 3. We'll continue this discussion in the last of the 5th, but Matt Shaw's solo shot makes it 2-0 Cubs. Middle 5 on the score, and the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Cubs Talk with Spiegel and Holmes on your ride home. Afternoons 2 to 6 on the Score.
There's nothing better than watching the game live. And with Xfinity Sports and News TV, you can stream over
What else is going to happen today? Henderson's bat goes flying into the stands on a strikeout.
That's not good right there.
See Andy looking at it like, hey, not supposed to be doing that.
Yeah, stick to basketball there, right?
Oh, no catch. Love to get that one back.
Alonso lost the bat as he flung at that high fastball.
That's going to keep him up tonight. Can't make that catch.
You got to keep that clean, right? You got to catch that.
Yeah, mine was a tops now as well. I hit my first walk-off last year against the Mets.
Jacob Young, Nationals win! Now he's got his first walk-off big league hit.
Dad had bought a stack of them, and I was like, I think we can get these results, but he went ahead and bought a stack for himself.
Like business cards. There you go.
But it was awesome just to have that moment and have everyone so excited to have a picture of you is a fun moment.
Special edition Cubs and Michigan State University cap presented by New Era. Be here for it. 2-0 Cubs, last of the fifth. Alejandro Kirk at the plate. Cade Horton deals, and this one is tapped foul. One took a piece out of Kirk. 0-1 the count.
And all opponents' pitching changes are sponsored by Sloan, official water efficiency partner of the Chicago Cubs, and leader in smart water and commercial restroom solutions. Visit Sloan.com.
Horton, the right-hander, faces home plate. Now he whirls and deals. And Kirk swings and pops it up foul territory off to the right. It's Bush, has a play behind the bag, makes the catch for out number one. The first out brought to you by Xfinity. The Wi-Fi is booming.
Pitch, you get the little pop-up. Good start here to the fifth inning for Cade.
2-0 Cubs, one down, bottom five. Dalton Varsho at the plate, left-handed batter. The right-hander Horton works his motion, and Varsho looks at a ball up high, 1-0. Cade has been locked in tonight. That last fastball that missed up high, 96 miles per hour. Here's the next pitch by Horton. And Varsho taps it foul at the plate. That one took a piece out of Amaya.
It looked like got him in the left shoulder. That one's going to hurt.
Amaya playing his first game tonight since coming back from a strained oblique. And he injured in late May. Horton kicks and delivers. And Varsho looks at a ball low. So 2-1 the count. Varsho struck out swinging his first time up. Now the 2-1. Swing and a miss.
Good change. Good change by Horton after some good fastballs. And then you go with the great arm action and you throw that changeup. Varsho way out in front of his changeup.
Horton peers in, gets the sign from Amaya. The kick and pitch. Varsho pulls one on the ground, foul off to the right. 2-2.
Go right back to that change again. Varsho pulled that inside heater at 96. I'd throw that change up again. If you throw it in the same spot, you probably get a punch out.
Let's see. Horton deals. Just outside, went with a fastball there. So it's a full count with Varsho at the plate. One away, 2-0 Cubs over the Blue Jays. The payoff pitch. Swing and a miss, strike three. Got him with the changeup.
Excellent pitch. That's a good comeback. Threw a great changeup to get the strike two. Went with a fastball, missed outside, and then great change to get the punch out.
7 strikeouts on the night for Horton. Strikeouts by Cubs pitchers are brought to you by your Chicago and Northwest Indiana Hyundai dealers. So 2 down. Now the batter, Joey Loperfido, the left fielder. Horton delivers. And Loperfido looks at a fastball, low and inside. So it's 1-0. Cubs up 2-0. Horton the wind and pitch. Loperfido out in front. He swings and misses. And a change, 1-1. I'm going to foul that one into the glove. The 1-1. Bounced foul off to the right. 1-2. Horton rubs the new baseball that he gets. Immediately stands on the rubber, faces home plate. He's ready. Here comes the 1-2 delivery. Called strike 3. As Horton freezes Loperfido with a curveball. Cade Horton has not allowed a hit through the first 5 innings. His scoreless streak is now at 28 1/3 innings after 5.
Markets like hits, run line, totals, and home runs. So many to choose from.
Download the app, start building your bet, and see why it's never ordinary at Bet365.
Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. 21 plus only. Must be physically located in Illinois. T's and C's apply.
The Chef IQ Sense is a wireless cooking thermometer everyone should have. It eliminates under or overcooking your chicken, fish, or meat to achieve perfection. Order one now on chefiq.com. That's chefiq.com.
Now let's see what's on tap here in the 6th inning, sponsored by Flight by Yuengling, as that pitch misses wide. Yuengling, the next generation of light beer, and look forward to Friday as we talk about Yuengling one more time as Johnny Vincent singing. I'd like to say thank you to the Score, Mitch Rosen, and everybody at the Score to help promoting our event on Friday night, and also to the guys and girls at Yuengling and all our sales staff at the Score. They've all helped out, so thank you very much. And I know we will have fun. We've done this once before, and it's a good time. And look forward also to listening to Johnny Vincent sing, and a lot of friends out, so it'll be a good night on Friday night. Look forward to seeing a lot of you listening on the Score, because we get a lot of Score listeners, a lot of Cub listeners come out on these events. So look forward to seeing you all on Friday.
Seiya Suzuki with a count of 2 balls and 1 strike. Kevin Gausman has pitched the entire game for Toronto. Here's a swing and a smash foul. Foul ball down the third base line. Just missed hitting the third base bag, it appeared.
I thought it did. It looked like it deflected, like the ball hit and kind of bounced up, but no argument from the Blue Jays, although I actually think the third baseman, Clement, he thought it would hit the bag. I really think he did. You know what I mean? The ball hit, and then it looked like it changed direction.
Mm-hmm. Well, we're going to make our attendance guesses. I'll guess 45,154.
Wow, big crowd. You must have went out last night.
Here comes the 2-2 on the way to Seiya. Fouled off the hands, right side out of play.
So you had that new shirt on from Suits 2020 yesterday, and that must be what it is.
Yeah, I go out and paint the town these nights.
Yeah.
At my age, I sure do. Here comes the 2-2 on the way. And it's a pop fly right side. It'll be caught by the first baseman, Guerrero Jr., and that's out number 1. But I like the way you led into the Yuengling event at your restaurant when you said, "What's on tap?" Kind of a little play on words there.
Yeah.
Beer tap and on tap. As in, this is coming up?
Yeah.
Very clever. Did you write that yourself?
No, I read. That's part of the commercial. I just kind of slipped in the old Coombs Corner slide. Just a little slipped it in there.
One away. Here is Kyle Tucker batting. Kyle has lined out and grounded out. He's hit the ball sharply a couple of times.
Try to slide those in there every now and then. Mitch, every now and then try to just slide it on in there.
Here comes the 1-0 pitch to Tucker from Kevin Gausman. A swing and a foul back.
I guess I'll make my guess in the Vinny's Beverage Depot attendance game. I'll go to 43,000. Right around what we had yesterday, right?
Plus the fact that, Zach, I think I've already heard the actual figure.
Oh, wow.
And it was right around the number that Zach just came out with, which is purely coincidental, I'm sure.
Night after night after night, right?
Wink, wink, wink.
Yeah.
1 ball and 1 strike on Kyle Tucker. Now, I also heard it, but I guessed on purpose a little bit higher than the actual figure.
Got it.
Swinging a fly ball deep right center field. Back goes Varsho near the fence, and he'll make the catch. Right up against the fence in deep right center. Tucker, I believe, thought that ball was going to at least be up against the wall for extra bases. He's out number 2.
Yeah, this ball's pretty well struck. Tuck hits it, and I think he does. And Varsho goes right up to the wall and then makes the catch. 1 step in front of that wall in right center.
2 down, nobody on. Here is Ian Happ. Happ is 0 for 2, has grounded out and struck out. Cubs lead 2-0. We are in the 6th inning. Cubs trying to even up this series. 1 more tomorrow. That's a day game. And we're going to make Zach guess the attendance for tomorrow's game before this game ends.
Oh, really?
That's the way we're going to work that.
So there's a rule about this.
There is now.
Yeah, no cheating. Yeah, that's the rule.
Well, what am I supposed to do if I heard it? I will step aside tonight. I did hear the attendance.
So you heard it and then you guessed. So that's nothing unusual for every other night. I mean, that we do it.
Kind of explains some of the successes he's had over the years. Here's the 1-1 pitch. He's swinging a foul back by Ian Happ.
Successes in air quotes, of course.
So you did hear the attendance, and then you guessed right at the attendance, guys.
No, I did not guess the actual number because we've never had that ever happen.
How far are you off?
120.
120. We've had closer guesses.
Very close. He probably thought this reporter didn't also hear it. I'm guessing. Here's the 1-2 pitch taken high by Ian Happ.
He probably did think that.
I think this should go to the commissioner's office and you should be suspended.
We're going to go to our engineer, Paul Gatt, and see what he thinks. He's looking at Ron and me, and he says, I think you two gat the shaft. Very well put, Paul.
That's twice tonight. That's really good.
Full count on Ian Happ. And he'll take strike 3 call. Cubs do nothing. We go to the bottom of the 6th inning. Cubs 2, Blue Jays nothing. This is The Score on the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
There's the bunt. That could be trouble as Petrie. No, Stevie dives in and beats it. Good effort by Steve Lyons.
That'll be a base hit right there. Good job. I'll tell you one thing, not a bad defensive play either by the Tigers.
Did you see that? He's going to get the dirt out, and all of a sudden he unbuckled his pants and they fell down.
recognize the athleticism of the elite security down there?
Unbelievable. I give him a 10 down. Pretty good.
Yeah. Look at that.
I mean, come on, Joe Ryan.
It's all part of the experience.
This is an experience tonight.
Oh, look out. In between the legs of Jose Altuve, almost clipped his buddy in the on-deck circle.
Hey, that'll wake you up.
And Fortes is able to hang on to the foul tip.
Fortes getting a little help from the love handle there.
Ernie Clement is on deck. Who's on deck is brought to you by TimberTech Decking and Railing. Everything wood should be. Visit TimberTech.com. Pat?
Let's see how far Cade Horton can extend his consecutive scoreless inning streak. Right now it is 28 1/3 as he faces Ernie Clement. Clement struck out his first time. He looks at a ball outside, 1-1. Cubs lead 2-0, a pair of solo home runs, one by Michael Busch in the third, the other by Matt Shaw in the fifth. Fly ball to left down the line, curling toward foul territory. Over to take a look is Happ. That ball is foul, and he was able to make the catch in foul territory in an area that Ron and I cannot see. We are blocked by the side wall, but you apparently saw it on the monitor, Ron.
I did. Ian goes into the side wall one step before the wall and makes the catch, and then kind of bumps into the wall. So nice play by Ian to get there to make that play.
One away, the number 9 hitter Jimenez swings and misses. Cade Horton has also not allowed a base hit in this game, it should be noted, with one out in the 6th inning.
He's only at 69 pitches now in the ball game.
We're going to take a little look at baseball history as we move along. Horton with one away and nobody on, working on the number 9 hitter, fouled away by Jimenez. This Day in Baseball History is brought to you by villageofbedfordpark.com. Now's the time to make history for your business in Bedford Park. And the 0-2 delivery. Line drive, base hit to center. Looked like a breaking ball. The number 9 hitter, Jimenez, singles cleanly into center. First base hit of the game against Cade Horton, but what a performance by Cade.
Yeah, he's been outstanding and still in the game, but that's really one of the first pitches he's made a mistake with. That was a hanging breaking ball right in the middle of the plate, and it went right back where it came from, right back over Cade's head in the center field.
Lucas now the tying run at the plate, and he hits a high pop fly, might be playable. Is, I believe, foul territory. Horner will make the catch. Beyond first in foul ground, out number 2.
Boy, that's that cut fastball coming in. It's a fastball, but it has a little cutting motion to it coming inside and just got a routine pop-up.
And again, this Day in Baseball History brought to you by villageofbedfordpark.com. Now is the time to make history for your business in Bedford Park. The great Billy Williams is in the history notes tonight. Bichette will swing and foul it away.
What did sweet swinging Billy Williams do tonight?
1987, Hall of Famer Billy Williams had his number 26 retired by the Chicago Cubs.
Very cool.
Lou Brock, another former Cub, had career hit number 3,000. Came as a Cardinal. Here's a breaking ball outside. It came against the Cubs, against a right-hander by the name of Dennis Lamp.
Oh, yeah, I remember Dennis Lamp. Sinker slider guy. I think he threw a split, too, if I remember correctly.
I think he pitched for a while here in Toronto, if I'm not mistaken.
Yep.
Now Cade Horton working on Bichette. Swing and a miss. Got to be careful with this guy. Bichette has 16 home runs, 78 RBIs, so he's thinking about driving the ball. Horton working up a very good sweat. We're indoors where it's a comfortable 68. Throw to first, not in time. Jim Palmer, the great Oriole right-hander, pitched a no-hitter on this date against the Oakland A's, 1969. And the great Mickey Mantle passed away on this date in 1995 of liver cancer at the age of 63. Wow. Too young. I got to meet Mickey a few times. He was nice to me. Met him at Yankee Stadium. He was there signing, I think he was doing some signing of baseballs and bats and other items. And he was in the press box area, but he was a nice man to me. Kind of in awe to meet somebody of that stature.
Yeah,
swinging a foul back.
He was one of those guys, right? When you start thinking on certain athletes that transcend their sport and they're almost larger than life, especially when they played too. Because there was no social media, there was no cell phones, no internet. You know, you got to see him once in a blue moon play in your home park, and you know, you just heard the stories got bigger and bigger, and his play was outstanding.
Down low to Bichette. One final baseball history note. 1951, Ebbets Field in Brooklyn. Everyone who showed up with a musical instrument is admitted free. 2,000 fans took advantage of the musical depreciation night promotion, including a man who brought a piano.
Oh, wow.
Here is a swing and a foul. A foul off to the right, out of play.
It's a strong guy carrying a piano around your back.
I've
think
so.
Heard some players doing that around the bases.
How would you get
very
it?
Well, but
how would you get it through the turnstiles?
Yeah, that could be before the, magnetic things you got to walk through. I don't think they quite had those yet.
But that was on this date in 1959.
Did they say did you bring a clarinet to that?
No. But I'll bet you could imitate the sound of a clarinet, because that was your musical instrument of choice when you were a young musician.
Well, it wasn't my instrument of choice. It was what I said saxophone, and they handed me a clarinet.
What a dirty trick.
Yeah. Didn't last long either. Yeah.
Did you try playing it?
I did, actually.
And?
Didn't turn out real well.
I'm trying to imagine what sound it would have made. Here's a pitch down low.
Well, it's something along those lines,
What was that?
You heard it.
We all heard it. But it didn't sound quite the way say, for example, a concert clarinetist would have sounded.
No, and I had visions of sounding, more like, Clarence Clemens or something like that, and sounded like someone stepped on the tail of a cat.
A curveball is outside to Bichette, and he will draw a base on balls. Craig Counsel heading to the mound. There's been a single and a walk in the inning. This might be the end of the night for Cade Horton. He pitched a whale of a game. It's still his game to win, but he will leave here in the 6th inning with 2 outs and 2 men on. And this pitching change by the Chicago Cubs.
What is it about baseball cards that make them so special? Why do you enjoy doing that?
Well, the biggest thing is I started collecting when I was a kid. O-Pee-Chee was a Canadian hockey league, and then the Canadian football. But I didn't start in the U.S. until I had signed professionally as a ball player. And when I got my first rookie card, and I've got it here with me.
Let's take a peek at that.
1966 with Billy Sorrell.
Oh, this is the most famous jersey in baseball, right? The Yankee pinstripes, the interlocking NY, and the Midnight Navy. I was a Yankee fan growing up my whole life, die hard, and became a free agent.
But Ron, we were discussing during the commercial break, he pitched extremely well. He will not get the loss regardless. The Cubs are hoping, of course, that he gets the victory, and that's why Kittredge was brought into the game in this situation.
Yeah, Cade, outstanding. 5 2/3 innings, 8 punch-outs in a game. He had an outstanding fastball today, and now he turns it over to the bullpen, and you just need one out here in this 6th. Get out of this inning with Guerrero at the plate, 2 men on.
Andrew Kittredge ready to go to work. Bearded veteran, right-handed reliever. He comes set, leans back at the waist. Runners lead first and second. The pitch to Guerrero. Swing and a miss. Good breaking ball.
Yeah, and Guerrero with that swing, you know exactly what he's trying to do. He's trying to hit one out of here.
Guerrero against Horton. Grounded out and flied to left. And he takes a good fastball strike. What are you thinking here, Ron?
Well, you get a couple options. You can go with that slider once again. But to me, I would stay away from him. I would try to throw something in the outside corner or away. See if you can get him to chase.
And the 0-2. Low and away. He did try to get him to chase. Guerrero wouldn't bite. Pete Crow Armstrong, not all that deep in center, but he goes back on a ball very efficiently. Bichette, the runner at first. Jimenez at second. The pitch to Guerrero. Just a little bit outside. Didn't miss by much.
All sliders to Guerrero in this at bat. And that last one just missed the outside corner.
The set, the lean back by Kittredge, and the 2-2. Ripped on the ground, fair into the left field corner. This might tie the game. Jimenez scores. Bichette around third. He'll be held at third now. Held at third. Happ got to the ball very quickly, and Bichette is held at third on the double by Guerrero. But now it's a 2-1 ball game. A smash between Shaw, the third baseman, and the third base bag on the ground. I thought for sure that Bichette would try to score, but he was not able to.
Yeah, this is one of those things. Bichette comes around third, and he gets held up right away. This is one of those things where I'm kind of surprised also, but I think because Ian got that ball in a hurry, that held him at third base.
And Zach points out that unfortunately that hit ends the scoreless inning streak of Cade Horton. Even though he's not around, that was his earned run. Jimenez that scored. And now the Cubs just trying to hold on to the lead as Barger bats with men at second and third. The Cubs still lead 2-1. Barger is 0 for 2. Left-handed hitter. Ball game on the line. 6th inning. And the pitch. It's low for a ball. Happ really did get to that ball quickly.
Got to it quickly and made a perfect relay throw to Dansby, and that's what held up Bichette at third base. I think they were planning on sending him, but the ball got to Dansby in really good shape.
Now the 1-1 lifted to deep left. Back goes Happ. Back near the left field fence. With room, makes the catch. And that ends the inning. Kittredge did not fool either batter, giving up a double and a warning track fly ball out. But he preserves the lead as we go to the 7th inning. Cubs 2, Blue Jays 1. This is the...
as someone who grew up in the era of the twist, the locomotion, the Freddy, and other outrageous dances, the floss is easily the worst of all time.
The fan did touch that ball, and that's a big whoops. Any relation to Grant? I don't know. That guy was having a hard time figuring out what screen he was supposed to be looking at.
What a play! Allen Roden! And hopefully he is all right.
Look at it's his eye black. That's his eye black. It has been transferred from face to wall.
A snack that Freddie cannot resist.
I would have to say chips and guacamole. Organic mango, yeah.
Is that because of the strong Dominican contingent in the major leagues, bro? Has anybody ever struck out and gone crazy and smashed the cooler full of mangoes?
Nah, our team's not really into smashing each other's stuff, I guess.
Are you a seasoning guy? You like to drown your stuff in dips and sauces?
No. Gotta watch my figure.
And it looks great, brother.
I appreciate it.
Very sexy man.
Yeah,
Let's go, Freddie Freeman, ladies and gentlemen.
Bonus when you open an eligible checking account and complete qualifying activities. Visit oldnational.com/checking and get old. Member FDIC. Additional restrictions apply. Offer valid through October 31st, 2025.
You deserve a car that thrills you. And Nissan's got an exciting full line that'll put goosebumps on your goosebumps. Experience the thrill for yourself. Shop your local Nissan store and nissanusa.com today.
Top of the 7th inning here in Toronto. It's the Cubs with a 2-1 lead over the Blue Jays. The 7th inning is sponsored by the new Volvo XC90, designed for life. Pat?
Pete Crow Armstrong swings at the first pitch, pops it up into shallow left. Coming in is Loper Fido to make the catch. And that's out number one. Guzman still on the mound here in the 7th inning. He's only made 79 pitches, and that's the primary reason why he is still in the game.
Yeah, and he's a veteran pitcher, so they will push him a lot farther than they would think of pushing probably Cade Horton.
Cubs lead 2-1. Nico Horner batting. Takes outside. Cubs have hit the long ball to have the lead. A solo home run by Michael Busch in the 3rd. Another solo homer by Matt Shaw in the 5th inning. Horner will take outside for a ball. Cubs trying to even up this series at a win apiece with the day game to follow tomorrow. Series finale. Matthew Boyd going for the Cubs tomorrow as Nico rips it foul just past 3rd. Matthew Boyd has been great this year. He'll be opposed by another guy who knows something about greatness, Max Scherzer. That's the matchup tomorrow. We hope you can join us. It starts at 2:07 p.m. Central Time.
How about that?
Haven't seen Max in a while.
No, we have not. He has been, he's had some injury issues over the last 3 years or so.
Now the 2-1. Nico lines one to right, but right there to make the catch is Lucas. And that's the second out in the inning.
Now, I'll say this tonight. I know we're only in the top of the 7th, so there's still ball game left to play. But the offense tonight has swung the bat much, much better. There's only 3 hits and 2 runs, but the line drives, the balls that have been well struck, the opposite field shots and approaches, it's been way better tonight than it has in any of the other nights.
Swanson hits a ground ball to short. Bichette will throw him out. It's a 1-2-3 inning. On to the bottom of the 7th inning. Cubs 2, Toronto 1 on the Score and the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Hey Cubs fans, it's Ian Happ. Listen.
Can we recognize the athleticism of the elite security down there?
Unbelievable. I give him a 10 up. You're good.
Yeah. Look at that.
I mean,
Come on, Joe Ryan.
It's all part of the experience.
This is an experience tonight.
Oh, look out. In between the legs of Jose Altuve, almost clipped his buddy in the on-deck circle.
Hey, that'll wake you up.
And Fortes is able to hang on to the foul tip.
Fortes getting a little help from the love handle there.
Let's open this up. Take a look at what we find. Looks like we've got Lauren Shahadi.
Animation is great.
We got Robert Flores, one of the stars of MLB Central with Lauren Shahadi. Then we got Mark DeRosa. Look at that. He looks like Superman, does he not? Right?
He was when he was with the Cubs.
Harold Reynolds looking ripped in a tracksuit in Studio 42. There I am. The hair's all
I know this guy.
Look at that jawline.
Reminder that all reviews in this game are sponsored by Northwestern Medicine. A second opinion is always a good idea. Get yours at Northwestern Medicine. Pat?
Okay, Zach, thank you. Alejandro Kirk will be first up, right-handed batting catcher against the right-hander, Andrew Kittredge. And the first pitch missing for ball one. Kittredge got the final out in the 6th inning, but only after he surrendered an RBI double to Vladimir Guerrero Jr., which made it a one-run game. 2-1 Cubs lead. Not much hitting in this game. 3 hits for the Cubs, 2 for Toronto. The big man bounces one over the mound, charging. Swanson takes his time, throws to first in time. The big burly catcher does not run well, Kirk. And Swanson very well of that factor as he charged that ground ball run. Didn't panic at all, just took his time and made the play.
Very nice play by Dansby. Hardest working player of the game, brought to you by Bosch Power Tools. The more you Bosch, the more you feel like a Bosch. And that's got to be Cade Horton, right? 5 2/3. He was great outing for him, and I think that's bringing out Craig Counsel.
There's going to be another pitching change for the Chicago Cubs. Pitching changes are sponsored by James
Oppo Taco.
I'm going to guess it's an opposite field, upper deck, maybe something like a...
Yeah, home run to the opposite field. You got it.
This is a good one, a hack.
I don't know. I mean, is it the same as like the layman's term hack, like a bad chef?
You've guessed correctly.
Okay.
Someone's a hack, someone that's just nailing it in.
Yeah.
They're not putting their heart into it.
South side of Chicago, where are you at? This was the first time I got traded, but I was so excited to wear these pinstripes and be a South side of Chicago boy. This jersey right here is an all-star jersey. You can see on the back the all-stars and the all-star patch there. Being an all-star and being who I was called over there to be was something I was real proud of.
Guys in the game for Milwaukee. Brewers lead the Cubs by 8 games at the moment in the National League Central. Meantime, the Padres an 11-1 drubbing of the Giants. That's important because the Padres now leapfrog the Dodgers for sole possession of first place in the National League West, meaning the Cubs and the Dodgers are currently tied for the top wildcard spot in the National League. The Dodgers in Southern California to play the Angels later on tonight. Pat?
Okay, Zach, thank you for the updates. 1 away, nobody on. Base is empty for Dalton Varsho. Cubs 2, Toronto 1. Theobar, the new left-hander, fires. It's a strike to Varsho.
Theobar's had an outstanding year for the Cubs. Lefty coming in to try to get out of this 7th inning.
Here's a drive foul off to the right, out of play. 0-2.
We're coming to you live all season long from the Invesco QQQ broadcast booth. Proud ETF partner of the Chicago Cubs.
Lefty to lefty. The next offering, check swing. Did he go? No swing. It's 1-2. It was close.
Yeah, pretty good pitch there. Missed.
A huge crowd here in Canada. 43,120 at the Rogers Center. 1-2 pitch pulled foul on the ground right side.
43,120, you say, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Got it.
43,003 were here yesterday or last night. Fly ball to center, pretty well hit, but it's playable. Pete Armstrong in front of the track makes the catch in deep center, and that's out number 2.
Speaking of that catch of the game today, that's sponsored by Catch Des Moines. The Iowa State Fair is back on the 7th through the 17th, so it is going on right now as we speak. Someone's having a steak to burgo. Come home to the State Fair, Sweet Fair, and visit iowastatefair.org. And I have not had a steak to burgo in a long time. Have you?
I'll bet we could have someone send you via express mail or shipping right here to the ballpark tomorrow.
Steak to burgo?
We could.
Yeah. I like it medium, folks. Yeah.
Trying to think. I'm a little too busy to be making that call right now, but maybe Zach Zabin could get right on.
Yeah. There you go, Zay.
As a certain Hall of Fame broadcaster would say, make me an offer.
Yeah. Steak the burgos for everybody around lunch tomorrow.
Just want to congratulate Zach again on his wonderful win and the attendance for guests.
I like how he slipped in just off about 120 to make sure after he knew what the attendance was.
Oh, he's clever.
Yeah, I like that.
Very smooth, yeah.
Good work. Ty France is the batter, batting for Joey Loper-Fido. And France fouls it away off to the right, out of play.
Now, is there a fine coming with, like in baseball when you get thrown out of a game or, something, you get fined? What do you think the fine is for cheating in the attendance game?
2 years probation.
Ooh.
Here's the 0-1. A swing and a foul back, out of play. That's just the first thing that came to mind.
Okay, 2 years probation.
That might be a little harsh.
I'll get over it.
Or maybe 1 year probation and a $1,000 fine.
Oh, now we're cooking.
That one you won't get over.
Oh, no. He crawl up. Yeah.
Down low to Ty France.
I don't hear him laughing now.
Now we'll wave it this time.
Well, to be fair, I did go with the guess that I was going to originally make.
You have any proof of that, Zach? Here's the 1-2 pitch to Ty France. It's outside. It sounds good. As they say, it sounds good on paper.
Yeah, right? Yeah. I'll give you this. That's the tough play of the game. That's the tough sell of the game, too.
Mm-hmm. You didn't buy it?
Nope, not at all. Neither did Loyola Medicine. Loyola Medicine defines tough.
I've heard that. Here's a swing and a foul down the left field line. Cubs 2, Toronto 1. Bottom of the 7th inning. Base is empty. With 2 outs, a 2-2 count on Ty France. The pitch by Thielbar. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. That ends the inning. We go to the 8th. It remains Cubs 2, Toronto 1. This is The Score on the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Hey, Cubs fans. It's Dan.
what is something that you snack on that you don't worry about?
I love Uncrustables. I could eat like 10 of them in one sitting.
And no regard for his body.
I don't even wait till it thaw out.
Hey, put them in a toaster next time. Just toast it, yep. It'll change your life.
Yeah, just an incredible play by Riley Green.
You are an all-star on the field and off, brother.
I appreciate it.
Hey,
thank you.
Riley Green, bro, food genius.
I believe this one's it's a rookie card, I know, but I feel like it's the first card that I ever, big league card. Obviously, as a kid, trying to get to the big leagues, the dream of making it, but as a kid that had cards, right, as a kid, this is like seeing your card the first time is pretty cool. So that's pretty powerful when you see that card.
We start this 8th inning. Let's take 10 seconds for our stations to identify themselves. You're listening to The Score on the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Covering the Cubs and all of Chicago's team on the Spiegel and Holmes Show afternoons 2 to 6 on The Score, WSCR Chicago, WBMX HD2 Chicago, and Odyssey Sports Station.
2-1 Cubs, top of the 8th inning. This 8th inning is sponsored by Cars for Kids, 877 Cars for Kids. That's Cars with a K to donate your car today. And we got a new chucker in there today, or for this 8th inning, Patrick.
Braden Fisher by name. Matt Shaw has one of the home runs for the Cubs in this game as he leads off the 8th inning. And it would be a good idea for the Cubs to get some insurance runs against this team in this park in front of a huge 43,000 plus crowd. The new left fielder is Straw. Fastball up and in to Matt Shaw. Straw's first name Miles, M-Y-L-E-S. Straw, and he has replaced Loperfido in left. Bush had a home run for the Cubs in the 3rd. Shaw had a homer for the Cubs in the 5th. Now the pitch to Matt very high for a ball, 3-0. The Blue Jays got their run. A 6th inning RBI double by Vladimir Guerrero Jr. And that's it. 2-1 Cubs. And starting to get a little late.
Yeah.
Top of inning number 8. Fastball is high. That's ball 4. That could be a very important run. Shaw is on. Miguel Amaya due up, with Michael Bush on deck. The attendance tonight, 43,120.
With the pitch out, Kirk's got no real shot at him.
With the bunt, with the Maya, Shaw steals second base easily.
Now you don't have to bunt. You could to try to get him to 3rd. And Miguel is showing bunt. And he's going to bunt it toward 3rd, and it's going to roll foul. And the count 1-1. So Craig Counsel, even though they have a man in scoring position, is trying to get him to 3rd with one away.
No, he's trying to get him over one more base. Amaya is 0 for 2 in the game. With that stolen base, Cubs stolen bases are powered by Turo Tire, Chicago's hometown tire. Find a dealer at aturo.com.
Let's see if Miguel is still going to try to drop one down, or if they turn him loose and let him swing. He's got bright red batting gloves on each hand. Showing bunt. And a pickoff throw to second, not in time.
Yeah, that was, I don't know quite what the reason for that throw was. Fisher with an inside move on that one, and there was never daylight between Bichette and Shaw. That's a risky throw to second base, where that could have hit the runner and went into center field.
Amaya pulls the bat back as he was showing bunt, and he takes a strike. And now it's 1-2.
I didn't like that call. I thought it was high, and in our monitor it shows that it just clipped the edge of the strike zone up and away.
A stretch by the right-hander. Here's a pitch dribbled slowly to short. This will advance the runner. Tough play. Throw to first. Not in time. Look out. Amaya takes a tumble and falls beyond first base. He was called safe, but then he landed very awkwardly and landed on his back, and he is in some pain. That does not look good.
He hit, I think he jumped at the bag and landed with his legs stiff. I'm thinking.
That is
oh man,
a terrible thing to see. We have not seen the replay yet. The trainers are out looking at him. Miguel is in obvious pain, laying on his back just to the right of the first base line, about 20 feet beyond first base. Safe at third on the play is going to be Matt Shaw. I didn't even see what the umpire called him. Is he safe on the play?
I did not either. I had my eyes on Amaya, and as soon as that happened, I just kept my eyes on him.
Same.
And the play shut down right away.
Safe or out seemed very unimportant after you saw him land in that big heap.
First day he's come back after missing months so far. Oh, man.
Zach tells us that safe was the call. We're watching it again. I'm almost afraid to watch.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. He reaches out, and
left ankle, maybe?
Yeah, ankle and left knee. It hits, and his leg is stiff as it hits. Like his leg gets stiffened out, and it just pops him up in the air, and the ankle and knee both give. And, yeah, that's not good. Man.
That is almost cruel.
Yeah.
A young guy who was playing so well early this year, a very nice young man from Panama. And he had so many big hits, and then he had the oblique injury in May, and it kept him on the bench and on the recovery list for almost 3 months. And then finally he gets a chance tonight, and he did a nice job behind the plate. I thought he worked beautifully with Cade Horton.
Yep. Yeah, they were outstanding. Yep.
And now this, he is being very carefully transported from laying flat on his ground to the stretcher. They brought a little golf cart with a stretcher attached to it, and they just don't want him to put any weight at all on that foot. He's being picked up by a couple of different people, and now they do bring the flat stretcher out so they can lift him up and put him on that. Just hate to see that.
Yeah.
And he is going to be put on the stretcher, and the fans here give him a nice round of applause. Miguel in agony as he covers his face with his right hand, which has a red batting glove on it. And you can see he is very, very upset, in pain, probably frightened regarding exactly what the nature of the injury or injuries are. That's just an awful thing to watch.
Yeah, they're going to drive him off the field now.
So there is a delay in the action while he will be transported off the field and to a local hospital immediately. Meanwhile, the ball game will continue. It always seems secondary in importance when somebody gets hurt like that, but it's just the way it has to be. And I would doubt seriously, Ron, that we would get any reports within the next hour or so. I'd be surprised if we do. Naturally, if we do get anything, we'll pass it along to you. And again, Miguel, a very popular guy among his teammates, very friendly, very bright, very nice young man. That's a shame. It'd be a shame for anybody.
Yeah. Well, and you work so hard to get back to playing after you've been on the injured list since the middle of May. That's and then the first game back, something like that. Just a freak accident happens, and
that is one of the things in sports that you know it's part of the games, football and hockey and basketball and baseball. It is a reminder of just how potentially dangerous these games are, Ron. I mean, to be very matter of fact about it.
Yeah, at any play, any time, something can happen, and your season can be over in the snap of a finger.
Ready for the resumption of play. Michael Bush batting, a pinch runner at first. Reese McGuire. And Bush with an RBI opportunity. So give Amaya the infield single. And Shaw went to third on the play. First and third, nobody out. Cubs leading 2-1, looking to break it open right now. And the pitch to Bush. Off speed and upstairs, ball 2. 2-0, it's an RBI spot. What's on your mind?
Well, what you're really trying to do is get a pitch up out over the plate that you can just elevate, because Toronto is playing the infield in. So they're, what Michael's trying to do is get a ball to the outfield to at least drive in Shaw.
The pitch is a strike. I thought he'd be a little more aggressive on that 2-0 pitch. How about you?
Yeah, that was a slider inside. Could have been borderline.
Ron's going to name the toast of the game ball player in the 9th inning. We are in the 8th. And Bush hits a fly ball to left center. Over to make the catch is Varsho on the run. Tagging and trying to score, and scoring on the play is Shaw. And on the throw home down to second goes the runner, Reese McGuire. And the Cubs have scored again. They lead 3-1. A sacrifice fly for Bush. I like the way Bush read that. He saw the center fielder Varsho on the run. And the Cubs have scored to take a 3-1 lead.
Yeah, Shaw does a good job at third. So does Reese McGuire. As soon as this ball is thrown up high, Varsho does not get off a very good throw and a very high throw. And so everybody moves up 90 feet. That's a big play for the Cubs.
Suzuki the batter. Suzuki takes high. Cubs lead 3-1. Give Bush a sacrifice fly, his second RBI of the game, his 67th of the season. And now Suzuki with an RBI chance. Still only one away in the inning. RBIs by Cubs batters. Those are always brought to you by Old National Bank, where relationships and results matter. Get old. Old National Bank. Seiya looks at a ball down in the dust.
Good take by Seiya on that breaking ball down. Meat of the order tonight is presented by Chef IQ Sense. Never under or overcook your food again. Purchase now at chefiq.com.
And now the 1-2 pitch on the way to Seiya. It's taken high for a ball.
And Seiya is a designated hitter tonight. Designated hitters for the Cubs are sponsored by Fireplace and Chimney Authority. Book now, burn later. Skip the rush.
And the 2-2. Seiya lays off some high heat. 3-2. Braden Fisher with a season ERA of 2.48. He comes set for the payoff pitch to Seiya Suzuki, and here it comes. Grounded toward the middle. That's going to be a base hit. Rounding third and heading home is Reese McGuire. He'll score. Cubs lead 4-1. There's the importance, Ron, of advancing to second on that previous fly ball.
Yeah, great job of base running by McGuire to take 90 feet on the high throw by Varsho, and then just a little soft single back through the middle, and you score another run.
Cubs on top by their biggest margin of the night, 4-1 here in the 8th inning, and there's going to be a pitching change for the Toronto Blue Jays. And this change, sponsored by Sloan, the official water efficiency partner of the Chicago Cubs and leader, smart water and commercial restroom solutions. Visit sloan.com. We're in the 8th inning. Cubs 4, Toronto 1. We'll be back in a minute on the score on the Southwest Airlines Cubs radio network.
Take the Cubs with you in the Chicagoland area on the free Odyssey app. We are the Southwest Airlines Cubs radio network.
Oh, hey.
Hey, thanks for meeting me here. It's just, you're my only lawyer friend, and I need your professional opinion. You see that brand new Hyundai Tucson out there? That's all I paid for it.
Let me get back to you on that. Deal's so right, it almost feels wrong. At the Hyundai Getaway Sales Event. Right now, for a limited time, you can lease the Hyundai Tucson for $239 a month or get $1,750 bonus cash. Offers end September 2nd. Call 224-661-0068 for details.
Future You is using their Rapid Rewards for their next vacation. All thanks to Present You signing up with Southwest Airlines, where you earn points every time you fly. Because what's the point of points that Future You can't use? And since your Rapid Rewards points don't expire, you can save up for that big trip. Get ready to reward Future You with a future flight. Sign up for Rapid Rewards today and redeem your points on any seat, any day, anytime. Only at Southwest. All Rapid Rewards rules and regulations apply and can be found at southwest.com/RR terms.
A quick check of the out-of-town scoreboard. Whole bunch of games in progress. After 4 innings in Baltimore, the Mariners and Orioles are scoreless. Marlins all over the Guardians, 13-4 now after 8 innings of play in Cleveland. Twins and Yankees are scoreless top of the second, middle 8. Astros 4, Red Sox 1, and the Mets lead the Braves 3-0 in the top of the second. Pat?
We are in the 8th inning. Mason Fluharty, a left-hander, the new bullpen man, and he will deliver to Kyle Tucker inside for ball 1. Cubs have scored twice in the inning. Sac fly by Michael Busch and a run-scoring base hit by Seiya Suzuki. There is 1 away in the inning. Tucker 0 for 3 facing the left-hander Fluharty. The next pitch, hit in the air, foul left side and out of play.
Tucker today in the ballgame is 0 for 3. He's hit 3 balls right on the button. He had a line drive to left, a bullet that Guerrero dove and made a play on in the 3rd inning, and then a ball to the outfield wall that Varsho caught at the wall in the 6th.
Here's the 1-1. Swing and a miss by Kyle Tucker. Kyle has hit a couple of balls hard. He's lined out to left, grounded out to first, and flied to the warning track in center. He's actually hit the ball hard all night long, unable to cash in. 43,000 plus looking on at the Rogers Center. Lefty against lefty, short lead by Suzuki at first. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Out number 2. It brings up Ian Happ, and he'll bat right-handed.
High cutter. Tucker, swing just kind of pulling off that ball a little bit and underneath. Just couldn't quite get on top of that high cutter.
Happ batting, as we said, right-handed, and the pitch fouled away by Ian. Cubs trying to even up this series at 1 win apiece. Cubs offense not having a great night. They've got a grand total of 5 hits, but they lead 4-1 thanks to the great pitching of Cade Horton. And the bullpen has done a good job too so far. Caleb Thielbar. Andrew Kittredge.
Yep. It's been very good so far.
But you get to a certain point in the year, Ron, you don't really care what it looks like. You just care if you win the game, period. Swing and a miss, strike 3, and that ends the inning. Cubs score twice. We go to the bottom of the 8th inning. Cubs 4, Toronto 1. This is The Score on the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Cubs Monday through Friday with Rahimi and Harris, 10 a.m. to 2 on The Score.
Where do the Cubs shop to celebrate a big win? Binny's Beverage Depot. Binny's is the official champagne provider of the Chicago Cubs. If you can't find it at Binny's, it's probably not worth drinking.
Oh, hey.
Hey, thanks for meeting me here. It's just, you're my only lawyer friend, and I need your professional opinion. You see that brand new Hyundai Tucson out there? That's all I paid for it.
Let me get back to you on that. Deal's so right, it almost feels wrong. At the Hyundai Getaway Sales Event. Right now, for a limited time, you can lease the Hyundai Tucson for $239 a month or get $1,750 bonus cash. Offers end September 2nd. Call 224-661-0068 for details.
Struggling with plumbing problems? Plumbers 911 is your trusted solution with licensed plumbing professionals available 24/7 for any plumbing emergency. From repairs, leaks, sump pumps, and more. Plumbers 911 connects you with plumbers that do it right the first time. Call now at 1-833-PLUM-911.
Hey, baseball fans, now at Verizon, they are knocking it out of the park with low prices. Locked in for 3 years guaranteed on my plan. Get a single line for a low price of just $50 a month when you switch, and bring your phone on unlimited welcome with auto pay, plus taxes and fees. Only on the network you can count on. Slide into your local Chicago Verizon store today.
$20 monthly promo credits applied over 36 months with a new line on unlimited welcome. In times of congestion, unlimited 5G and 4G LTE may be temporarily slower than other traffic. Domestic data roaming at 2G speed. Price guarantee applies to then current base monthly rate. Additional terms and conditions apply.
When it comes to tuxedos and suits, the pros at Suits 2020 have the winning looks. Why rent when you can own for about the same price? Schedule your free fitting at Suits2020.com.
Stream every out-of-market game live or on demand, plus stream MLB Network 24/7 for the entire season. Blackout and other restrictions apply. Visit MLB.tv for details. Pat?
Brad Keller, the new right-hander on the mound for the Cubs. First pitch hit in the air, right center, playable. Tucker is there, makes the catch. That's the way you like to work it. One pitch, one away. Keller, 51 innings. He's done a very nice job for the Cubs. 2.69 ERA. Gotta like the 3 home runs allowed in 51 innings. It's one for every 17 innings of work. One down. Jimenez, the number 9 hitter, will take strike 1.
And pitching changes by the Cubs. They're sponsored by James Hardy Building Products, siding with the Cubs.
Line to right, coming in. Tucker makes a shoestring try and catches the ball in right field. The first base umpire, Chris Siegel, did not go out very quickly to get a look at that diving try. It was very close. I don't know if that's a reviewable play or not.
It is a reviewable play. They're looking at it in the dugout, and they're not going to review it.
Okay. I guess with nobody on, you can review it. Sometimes when people are on base, you cannot. Right? 2 down, quickly. They're in the bottom of the 8th inning. 2 outs. Nathan Lucas, the batter. Lucas looks at a strike. Nice play by Tucker. He came in, dove, and cut that ball inches off the artificial turf.
The old-fashioned shoestring catch, right?
Keep thinking about Miguel Amaya and his very frightening-looking injury. We have not yet received any word, nor do we really expect anything right away. But we are pretty sure, we can say safely, he's on his way to the hospital. Line to left, caught by Happ. Good job by Keller. 1, 2, 3. We go to the 9th inning. Some kind of a leg injury. We can say that with a fair amount of certainty. either the ankle or the knee, it would appear, but we're not sure. We go to the ninth inning. Cubs 4, Blue Jays 1. This is The Score and the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Cubs Talk with Spiegel and Holmes on your ride home. Afternoons 2 to 6 on The Score.
For over 60 years, Fitzgerald Equipment has kept Illinois and Wisconsin moving with forklifts, rentals, and expert service. Featuring heli forklifts built to go the distance. Visit FitzgeraldEquipment.com. Trusted equipment powered by heli. Fitzgerald Equipment. Material handling handled. Proud partner of Cubs Radio.
When I got sick, I spent years looking for answers. But it only took one conversation with my team at Northwestern Medicine to correct my misdiagnosis. I'm Daniel. When Parkinson's changed my life, so did my Spanish-speaking care team.
The Northwestern Medicine Parkinson's Disease and Movement Disorders Center offers specialized, culturally sensitive care. Their Spanish-speaking team was the first to provide Daniel with innovative treatment in the language he preferred. Northwestern Medicine. Better.
Here's a club you'll want to get into. Club Citgo, the super easy app that opens the door to great fuel savings and more. Sign up and instantly save 23 cents per gallon on your first fill-up. Download Club Citgo today. Savings could up to 30 gallons, only at participating locations. Data rates may apply.
Make your house a home with premium paints and stains from Benjamin Moore. Achieve long-lasting color and beauty with Aura, Regal Select, and Ben for interiors. Or protect your exteriors with Element Guard and new Woodlux exterior stains. Available exclusively at locally owned Benjamin Moore stores. Their high-quality products ensure a flawless finish every time. Ready to start your next project? Visit BenjaminMoore.com to find a retailer near you. Benjamin Moore. See the love. See the love.
Hey, Cubs fans, make history with your business in the Village of Bedford Park. To learn more, contact Adam Colopy at ACOLLOPY at villageofbedfordpark.com.
Top of the ninth, Cubs leading the Blue Jays 4-1. The ninth inning is brought to you by Bosch Power Tools. The more you Bosch, the more you feel like a Bosch. Pat?
Zach, it is the ninth inning. Thank you. Tommy Nance, big, hard-throwing right-hander, is the new Blue Jay reliever, and he'll face Pete Pro Armstrong. Pete needs a hit. He's 0 for 3. Pitch on the way to Pro Armstrong is a strike. Pete, nothing for 7 in these 2 games. He has very much been a key performer in the Cubs order all season long. They're going to need him to get turned around. Here's the 0-1. You know he's trying. Swinging a foul off to the left out of play, 0-2. What advice would you, a retired, former successful big league ball player, Ron, what advice would you give to young Pete Pro Armstrong these days? The 0-2 he takes just outside.
I would get away from thinking about my successes as being hits or not right now. I would be dialed into what are the things that I can control. And I can control tracking the ball to the barrel of the bat, swinging at strikes.
Fastball, strike 3 called right down the middle. Now that's not like Pete. Looking at one right down Broadway, a fastball, and that's out number 1.
Yeah, so right now you've got to get away from, you got to get your approach and your thinking of, I'm going to drive this ball right back through the pitcher, but there are little things like I want to make sure that I track the ball to the bat.
Warner lines one down the left field line. That's going to fall in there for a base hit on the first hop. Straw picks it up and gets it back in. 1 out single for Horner. He collects his second hit of the game. Cubs are leading 4-1 in the ninth inning. And the batter, Dansby Swanson.
But if you can pick out, pick out a few things that are your absolutes for you to be successful as a hitter, and then just stick to 1 or 2 things that are goals in each at bat for you. If you do those, now you can at least grind out a hit, and then you start taking steps forward instead of constantly beating yourself up over the result of not getting a hit.
Swanson, right-handed batter. And the runner goes. The pitch is high. Throw to second. Head first slide. Safe at second base is Nico Horner. He had a good jump, but not a great jump, I would say. The throw slightly offline. Nico went in head first and just did beat the tag.
Now, third stolen base tonight for the Cubs. 2 by Nico and 1 by Shaw. And, we said that going into the ball game. When you're struggling as an offense, boy, you start doing little things that, and stealing bases, getting bunts down, hitting behind runners. All these little things matter, and it's helped the Cubs tonight.
Swanson looks at a strike. And the count 0-2.
And stolen bases by the Cubs, powered by Atturo Tire, Chicago's hometown tire. Find a dealer at Atturo.com.
Dansby 0 for 3 as he waits. And the pitch to Dansby, bouncing ball to third. Glove by Clement, looks the runner back to second and throws to first in time. Out number 2. And it brings up Matt Shaw.
Now the Cubs could use a base hit. One more insurance run would be great. Matty Shaw homered in the 5th inning and then walked and scored in the 8th inning. Stole the base also.
He will look at a ball down low. Top of inning number 9. Cubs began the trip over in St. Louis last weekend, dropping 2 out of 3. Trying to even up this series at 1 win apiece with 1 more to go tomorrow. High fly ball, left field, deep but playable for Straw. And he makes the catch to end the inning. Time to fasten those seatbelts. We go to the bottom of the 9th inning. Cubs 4, Blue Jays 1. Daniel Palencia coming in when we come back on The Score and the Southwest Airlines Radio Network.
Chicago Cubs memories are made right here with Pat, Ron, and Zach on the Cubs Radio Network.
Tired of losing power? Feeling powerless? Call Four Seasons Heating, Air Conditioning, Plumbing, Electric today for a free estimate on a whole home standby generator. Never be without power again. Fully installed systems starting at just $99 a month. Power your sump pump, your fridge, your freezer, your garage doors, your heating and cooling, so your home stays safe and comfortable. Four Seasons is the largest and most award-winning Generac dealer in Illinois.
Hey folks, Coom here. Since teaming up with the fine folks at Yuengling Beer, I've heard this question a lot. Ron, how has Yuengling managed to be around for 196 years? Well, it comes down to one thing. They brew great beer. Simple as that. It takes real quality to become the oldest brewery in America, and Yuengling's been doing it right since 1829. Whether it's traditional lager, light lager, Flight by Yuengling, they all have the same commitment to flavor and craftsmanship. Yuengling, the oldest brewery in America. Official beer of the Cubs Radio Network, DG Yuengling & Sons, Pottsville, PA.
Welcome to Dugout Radio, the undisputed home of Boomtown Baseball.
The Wi-Fi is booming with Xfinity, baby. Our next caller is
Stacy. How do you stay locked in on every pitch and play?
We stream it all live on Xfinity Internet with low lag, 99.99% network reliability, and speeds faster than a base runner beating the throw to home plate.
I stream on my TV, tablets, even my smart fridge.
Smart fridge?
With all those games, we gotta refuel.
Stream live baseball with Wi-Fi built for the biggest moments. Xfinity. Restrictions apply. Actual speeds vary, not guaranteed.
The clearance event is going on now at American Sale. Save up to 70% on pools, patio sets, and more. The clearance event, only at American Sale. Bring the fun home.
This copyrighted broadcast is presented by authority of the Chicago Cubs and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form, and the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Chicago Cubs. Pat?
Daniel Palencia. When a closer comes in, there's all kinds of numbers you can give. Strikeouts or appearances or ERA. I prefer saves. How many chances, how many conversions? He's 15 out of 17. Bichette leads it off. Fouls it away off to the right. Really, for a closer, is there anything more important to you than those numbers right there?
No, that works. Yep. Are you the guy converting the save? Is it getting the job done? Because they're handing you the ball to finalize this game and finish it up.
Bichette 0 for 1 with a pair of walks waiting and swinging and missing. Palencia, nothing fancy. He just likes to rear back and fire.
That last heater at 101 miles an hour.
Bichette tightening up the batting gloves. Guerrero Jr. on deck, and then Barger. The lead is 3. Palencia a long set. And finally delivers. Strike 3 called. How about the extra delay in the set position? There's a different twist, Ron.
Well, I think, he used the pitch clock to his advantage. He was set, and everybody ready to go at like 5 seconds, and he's holding the baseball. And now you just hold the ball. And Bichette can't step out, and you hold the ball till he threw it at 1 second left, and, it freezes the hitter. It's a strategy I'm surprised more pitchers don't use in our game right now.
It certainly worked beautifully right here. Guerrero will take a strike. Cubs 4, Blue Jays 1, bottom of the 9th inning. 1 away, bases empty. Ron, it's time for you to name the Benny's Beverage Depot Toast of the Game ball player. Guerrero bounces one to short, fielded by Swanson. He'll throw to first. That's out number 2. And the Cubs all of a sudden are 1 out away from evening up this series.
Well, I think for our Toast of the Game ball player today, sponsored by Benny's, Cade Horton's got to be the guy. I got to believe tonight. He's 5 2/3. He gave up the one hit he gave up was in the 6th inning. So he had a no-hitter going into the 6th. 8 punch-outs, 2 walks, 1 hit, 1 run. That broke his scoreless streak in the high 20s. Not exactly what, 27 or 26 innings, something like that. But outstanding performance, and the Cubs really needed him to pitch a great game, and he did.
I think he got up to a little over 28, maybe
okay,
28 2/3, somewhere in that area. Zach will have that on the post-game show.
29.
If it gets to 30, you're going to sell. Now, 29 innings of consecutive scoreless innings of work before Cade Horton actually was charged with a run. But that is great pitching. Blue Jays down to their last strike. Barger with a count of 0-2. The pitch, swing and a foul back.
That was gas, 102 miles an hour. Ooh.
Palencia looking more and more comfortable closing out games, Ron, and that's something you have to gain through success in previous outings. He's ready, and he brings it. A big bouncer to second base. This is going to end the ball game. Cubs win. The Cubs win the ball game by a score of 4-1. A 1-2-3 9th inning for Daniel Palencia as he saves it for Cade Horton. And overall, a very well-pitched game by the Cubs and a very important win.
Yeah, big win for the Cubs. They need to get back on track, if nothing else, in the win department, right? You got to get back on track with some W's. They did that tonight. You got a chance now to win a series tomorrow and have another win department, right? You got to get back on track with some W's. They did that tonight. You got a chance now to win a series tomorrow and have another win. And, as you see a lot of the W flags flying around here in Toronto. And have another win. And, as you see a lot of the W flags flying around here in Toronto.
Food Bank, GLCU, banking for a greater good.